はい、鉄拳トークライブ、発売してから2回目ですかね。はい。お疲れ様です、皆さん。今日マジでバタバタしてました。やばいです。直前まで、ね、めちゃくちゃな状態でスタートしてるんですが、鉄拳トークライブエディゴールドスペシャルということで、はい。まあもう名前の通り、今日はエディゴールドのスペシャルな何かがあるんじゃないかと。はい。ということで皆さん、祝日いただければと思うんですが、じゃあ、
Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to the
Hello everyone.
live
Hello everyone. News here.
update since we last
So
spoke.
we are going
As
to
you can see
watch
from
the
the
live
title
very
slide today,
soon.
we're going to be showing off a little bit of something special about the Eddy Gordo as well. So we hope you enjoy the broadcast.
今回まあちょっと前回ね、
はい、
ちょっとスライドが多いって多すぎるって、はい、
PowerPoint。
はい、なので今回ちょっとだけ少なめで、まあでも
少なめ、
まあでも多いですね。
でもそれなりにありますね。
はい。
So I know you all are expecting a huge PowerPoint presentation today, but we tried to cut down on the slides as much as possible. So bear with us.
はい、コメントも拾いながら。
はい。
We're watching chat. I know we shouldn't probably, but we are. So we'll pick up some of the comments if they're relevant and touch on them during the broadcast.
やっていければと思います。じゃあ早速いきましょうか。はい。じゃあそれでお願いいたします。前回、2月の20日ですかねにトークライブやって、だいたい40日ぐらいが、経過してますね。はい。
So it's been about 40 days roughly. I think we did last time was February 20th for the last talk live. So over a month has passed since then.
はい。でその間に2回目のセカンドアップデート、2月29日やったりとか、あとまあおかげさまで、全世界の、累計販売本数200万本まして、これ何がすごいってあれですよ、鉄拳7圧倒的
Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Is this voice okay?
販売
Let me
い
know.
ますので、まあ、すごく皆さん楽しんでプレイしていただいていて、かつ応援していただいて本当にありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Then you know, after the 20th broadcast, we had another one. I think we had an update on the 29th or so. So we've had 2 updates since we last spoke, which we've made various changes to the game since then. So, but in addition to that, you know, also in that time we've marked 2 million copies worldwide sold of Tekken 8. So it's kind of hard to put that number in perspective, but just think that, you know, well, that's a much faster pace than Tekken 7 did that. So we're quite happy, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you for the support.
はい。で前回、4月にアップデートしますっていう宣言をさせていただいていたので、ちょっとエディの話の前に、その4月のアップデートの話をさせていただければなと思っております。はい。はい。
And also, I believe last time we spoke, we told you all that we were going to be doing an update in April, right? So that's still the plan, and I think we'll touch on some of those details first before we dive into some more Eddy goodness. So let's hear about it.
はい。で、じゃあ、でその前に、
昨日ですね。
昨日、アカウントの、利用停止措置というものを、はい、行いました。はい。
As some of you are aware, yesterday we did another round of bans for accounts in various measures, etc., for people who were behaving poorly. So yes, that round occurred yesterday.
はい、無期限含む、はい、
あと警告もですね。
そうですね、警告もありますし、まあいろんな例えば、回線切るとか、チートツール使うとかブリッジとか、まあいろんなものにカテゴリーに対して、その重さに応じた対処をさせていただきております。
なんか噂では数千人とか
と結構
4
桁
噂じゃないよ。
事実として4桁人規模の、はい、
Excel ではとてもできないことですね。
はい、そうですね。
So yeah, the ban itself was, you know, a few thousand people actually, you know, much more than we would be doing in an Excel file, and this covered, you know, different increments. So some people just got mere slap on the wrist, you know, hey, you need to improve your behavior, and some got all the way up to, you know, indefinite ban. So it covers a broad spectrum there.
でちょっと補足すると、まあチャット欄でも 期間限定しかやんないんだってねとか言ってるアホいるけど違いますよ。これ永久版とかも相当やってます、実は。
はい
でみんな
I
知ら
think
ない
they're
と思うけ
talking
ど
about the
訴訟できちゃうよね、ユーザー。これ
banding
結構実
of
例があ
some
って、割と
players.
マジ結構訴訟とか起こされるんですよ。永久バンされちゃうとね、ユーザーって、その権利があるんで、でそれね結構こっちが証拠とかを全部用意して結構裁判しなきゃいけなかった事例っていうのがあるんですよ、実は。なんで、我々そこに関しては、あえて公表はしてないし慎重にはしてたけども、実際永久バンはかなり含まれてます。なので
あれですよね、自動化っていうのは洗い出すのは自動で。
そうそうでね、そこも解説するから、まずそこまで言ってあげて。
Alright, so Arata feels strongly about this. I'm gonna be very careful in my translation. But he was saying that some people were saying, "Oh, well, you probably don't just give them a slap on the wrist or ban them just for a week or two." But that's not the case. Some people are banned indefinitely, and we hope that people think really closely about this because it's not just automatically ban them. We have to be very careful because you're taking away online access for players, which we've seen, not necessarily our company, but there's been examples of people suing because of this. And so we have to make sure that we have the proper evidence, etc., in place before we enact these more severe measures.
はい、でもうちょっと細かく言うと、これ日本語だけしか入れてなかったんですけど、煽りっていうのが入ってるんですよ。で煽り行為って別に対戦中のなんかなんだろうな、技とか行動とかって意味ではなくて、そうそう、コミュニティのそのロビーとかですごいつきまとって暴言吐いたりとか、明らかにちょっと差別的な言葉を使うとか、そういうのでユーザーからの通報があるんですよね。通報システムあるじゃないですか。ユーザーからの通報システムでオートマチックにこうバーッとランキングされていくんですよ。でそれでユニークユーザーから明らかにもうこう通報数が多くて、かつ俺らがもう見ても証拠としてこれ明らかにまずいねって人とかを指して煽りと言ってます。そういう意味の
Still talking about
煽りなんで
banding
プレ
of
イ中なん
people.
だろう、そのずっとなんか爆出しばっかしてるとかシャガパンばっかしてるからそれが煽りだとかそういうことではない。はい。
So I don't believe this was. I'm just translating what Harada's saying, by the way. I don't believe this was in the English patch notes, but the Japanese mentioned aori, which means to kind of like harass or threaten someone. And this can be, it's kind of broad sweeping. It can be interpreted in a manner of different ways. So it seemed that some Japanese players thought maybe that means, they were key charging or something in game that might offend their opponent. That's not the case. We're talking more about in the Tekken Fight Lounge where people are like maybe, stalking someone inside that space or, hurling racial slurs or abuse towards them. These are the kind of things we're specifying when we're banning people for that.
はい、であと重要なこととしては、今後です、4月以
Yeah,
降、
some people go very ham on
で
internet.
です
They
ね
will do anything
今
because they
切断
think
率
they
が
are
あるじゃないです
behind
か。あれが
the
正しく、ユーザーには正しく、表示されてません。
internet
で
or something.
我々のデータベース上ではしっかり切断率見えているんですけど、ユーザーの方には、見えてないっていう事実は実際これ今までありました。そこが、ちゃんと見えてる場合と全く見えてない場合とあって、でそこを、しっかり見える形にするっていうのと、オートマチックに、もうある程度の切断率いったら、もちろんそれがバンリストに載ってバンされる仕組みももちろん入ってきますし、そこはもう証拠とかも全部ログ取れるようになってるんで、そういう準備はできました。で、かつペナルティとかも、分かりやすくしようと思ってます今後。切断した側とあとされた側には、そういう被害がないように。で P2P のゲームなんで実はどっちが切断したかってほぼほぼ分かるんだけどうまくね分からないようにするちょっと悪どいやり方って P2P のゲームはあったりするんですよ。ただそれもちょっと我々独自サーバー、今回挟んで、防ぐように、してですね、もう切断した側を確実に、自動で、検知できるような仕組みを、もう整いましたので、それによって、今後、プラッガーと言われる人たちは、かなりですね、バンバンバンされているというような状況が、 多
I
分で
think
きます。
banding
で
in Tekken
さらに
is a
もっと
big issue
こう
right
ユーザー
now.
に分かりやすく
People are
ペナルティも分かり
really
やすくなれば
upset about some kind of
逆に結構ね
cheaters,
画面固まって
and
待た
also
なきゃいけない
they
とか
I
そう
don't
いう
know
部分も
why they don't
結構緩和する方法とかも
put
今
it like
アップデートで
something like a
ちょっと入れよ
filter
うと思ってるんで
to
どんどん快
abusing
適にはなっていく
words
と思います。
for
So you
specific
just mentioned
username.
there's 2 points mainly. The first is the disconnect rate, which we've had since Tekken 7. Many people have probably noticed, but this wasn't being properly displayed to players in the game. Although on the back end it was actually collecting that data, so that part was working. So for the update, we want to make sure that that actually is displayed as intended for everyone, so they have a better choice when accepting the matches, etc. Not just that, but we also have a few other measures that we plan to implement, such as for people who disconnect often. Right now you can still kind of like report them, etc. But to more streamline the process so that our system picks them up, and then not only displays the disconnect but matches these kind of people to each other, so that the average player doesn't have to encounter them online. They can play against each other all they want, right? So these kind of measures, and also just to try to alleviate some of the frustration, to make it more easy to understand the penalty for people who are misbehaving, and then also to alleviate the pain on the side who was disconnected from. So, whether that's like if someone disconnects from you and then even your screen kind of like it pauses for a minute while in the background the game is sorting it out, right? To try to alleviate that a little bit more. And so I know it's kind of frustrating that this process we're going through, and people are saying, "Oh, just do this or just do that." Just keep in mind, it is a P2P game, so for most instances, it is. There's ways to kind of detect which side it was that disconnected. But that said, there are kind of loopholes, or we're not going to like tell you how this is done, but there are certain instances that make it much more difficult to detect which side actually disconnected. But that said, we're trying to find workarounds for those as well, such as connecting to a server, etc., to listen to try to detect those bad instances as well. So
I think AI
yes, we
can
are
sort
working on
these
it,
kind of
and,
problems, right?
we appreciate your patience in this matter.
はい
あどうぞ。
この4月のそのアップデートでその切断周りのその検知の仕組みだったり判定を結構厳しく見直しているので、その辺もしっかり改善してますし、切断率の表示も、その検知の仕組みを変わったっていうところと正しく表示できるようにするので、皆さん0% から次のアップデートで始まるんですけども、切断率が上昇していくと切断率が高い人同士が優先的にマッチングされるようになるので、その辺も含めてちょっとあまりその切断すると、ペナルティがゲーム内でも発生するし、通報件数だったりサーバーのログで切断率が高い人は引き続き警告やバンの対象なので、ちょっとプレイする際はぜひ健全にプレイしていただければなと思います。
That said, since we're kind of redoing the system that detects these disconnects, etc., everyone's going to start off from zero from the next update. So if you're on good behavior, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're a plugger or disconnector, whatever you want to call it, you will be matched into the plugger purgatory with other like-minded players. So we're going to, improve those kind of things for the players.
開発内では通常監
I mean,
獄マッチ
this is good, right?
プラッガー同士ばっかりがマッチングしていく監獄にどんどん入っていく、
どっちが早く切るか。
監獄
So
マッチ
they got they
それ
deserve.
やってると
They can play with other
抜
pluggers.
けられないし永久版の対象になりやすいです、
はい
そういうプレーは。はい
So they call it kangoku match in Japanese, which means like being a prison for pluggers. So you can plug on each other still, but that means that you're going to be stuck in prison for a longer amount of time. So we don't recommend that.
はい
In addition, also at the same time, we are keeping the logs of that. So those people will also be.
Let me know if the
picked up
sound
for
too loud or
bans,
too low
whether
or
that's,
something. Okay.
A certain amount of time or infinite. It will be judged accordingly.
はい、あとすみません、もう一回ね、ちょっともう一回だけ煽りをリキャップしておくと、ちょっとチャット欄見てると、分かりにくいっていう人もいたんで、バトル項目の通報にも確かに入ってるんですけど、なんでかっていうと、さっき言ったもうちょっと細かく言うと、ロビーでの会話だけじゃなくて、それがプレイヤーマッチだろうが普通の対戦だろうがいろんなところで そのチャットとか、まあ、それが外部ツールのボイスチャットであっても、その直接プレイヤーに対してゲームの行動じゃないですよ。レバーとボタン使ってやる行動じゃなくて、そういうチャットだったり喋るってことで、相手を中傷したり、まあ、さっき僕間違ってアホって言っちゃいましたけど、これも煽りですね。だから俺バンになっちゃうんだけどそういうことを言うっていう煽り、まあ、逆に言うとこういうチャット欄で書く時の言葉遣いとかもそうじゃないですか、なんとかだろみたいな言い方する人とかは、まあ、ある意味煽りだと思われてもしょうがないわけです。それで通報がたまった場合に、煽り、これはあまりにもちょっとユーザーに対してのそのコミュニケーション上の煽りという意味で、バンされる。で、あくまでこれ通報が入ると、計上されていくってことなので、なんか文字を検知してるってわけではないんですけど、それを煽りと言ってます。なので別にモード
Hello, everyone.
起きうることなので、一応その通報項目の中に
We're
入って
still
いる
talking.
ことですね。
They are still talking about account
So he just wants to go
suspensions.
into the aori, the harassment. I guess a lot of the Japanese players are wondering what this is. If you're worried about it, maybe you should be on better behavior. But it's basically in the lobby harassing someone via chat or continue following them around or sending them messages.
What kind of loser will
with
abuse
inappropriate
people in a
content
game
and stuff
like this?
So the way what happens?
It's not
is
even
when
an
you do
online
that,
game, right?
And offend someone, then they're going to report you. And if we get enough of these unique people who are reporting a certain person, obviously there's something to that, and we look into that. And if the evidence is there, then they are a candidate for ban.
まあハラスメントと一緒で、
そうですね、
受けた相手がどう思うかが、トリガーになりますので、皆さんやられて
するとハラスメントなので同じことなんですよ。
やられて嫌なことは皆さんやらないようにしましょうねっていう、節度ある鉄拳ライフを楽しみましょうということかなと思います。
Basically just don't be a jerk, right? Online. I mean, I know it's hard for many people, but just don't do it, because if enough people report you, then you'll come to the top of the list. So just don't do it. Try not, take a break, count to 10, whatever you need to do.
はい、あと、あんまり細かい話は言及してもちょっと長くなるだけなんであれですけど、今ユーザーから多分質問多かったその切断ね、意図しない切断ってあるじゃないですか。例えばPC クラッシュしちゃったとか、あと本当にルーターがね、調子悪かった、そういうの大体こっち分かるんで、なんか僕ほとんどやんないのにたまたまそういうことになっちゃったみたいなので、いちいちこれ俺切断者扱いになるんじゃないかっていうことは心配しなくても大丈夫です。はい、
そうですね。あとは正常にプレーが終了していれば、切断率も下がっていきますので。
そうです。ちゃんとしてれば1回5連続ぐらい例えば間違ってなっちゃっても下がっていくんで。
分かんないけど、自分のハードが不調でクラッシュしまくるならちょっと問題解決するまで控えた方がいいかもしれないですよね。
毎回とかなるんだったらちょっとそれは別問題だと思うので、
それは不具合としてレポートしてもらった方が、
それは別トピックになりますね。
Right. So some people seem like they're worried if they're gonna be on the ban list because of a crash or some kind of unexpected network trouble. We understand that happens, and it's not like you're gonna be banned for your computer crashing several times. If you're getting a lot of crashes, maybe
Makes
that's
sense.
something you need to look into.
That makes
Maybe that's
sense.
your hardware, or if you need to report to us something's wrong with the game. But we're not going to ban you for stuff like that, obviously.
はい、じゃあこの話題はいいですかね。
ね、ちょっと細かい。
ちょっと気分を変えて
味変お願いします。
はい、未来の話をしましょうということで、3回目のアップデートを実施いたします。日付が4月2日、
もうすぐです。
はい、4月1日ですね。もうすぐです。すぐです。なのでバタバタしてました。
はい。
Alright, now that we have all the unpleasantness out of the way, let's turn our eyes to the future. So we've got the next day update coming on the 2nd of April.
April?
So that's pretty
when?
soon, actually.
Quite soon, yeah.
And so we're going to go over the details for you right now.
はい。で、主なコンテンツ、ここから一個一個説明していきますので、じゃあまず最初にこれ皆さんね、待ち望んでる方もいるんじゃないかなとは思うんですが、まずははい、このトピックスからいきましょうか。
Wow.
はい。
How can you read that? Oh, this is long list of
I'm sure everyone is going to be quite interested in
patch.
the character adjustments. So let's hear what we have in store from that.
はい。今回もその前回に引き続き、 基本的にバランス調整ではありません。意図しない技の挙動の修正だったり、あまりにもこちらが想定してた以上の強さを発揮しているような技の、微調整というか、そういったものと、あとは、T8 レポートに挙げられたようなバグ修正含めた、いろんな項目を、総合して、前回のアップデートに近い形の修正内容となっています。
So this isn't a balance update per se. It's kind of continuing from the last update where we made adjustments that corrected some of the techniques, etc., that weren't working as we intended them. So it's kind of like bug fixes or just making things more according to spec. So please keep that in mind.
はい。
で、
Very long
下にある
list
のがパッチノート。
そうですね、パッチノートも、
ね
はい。
まあちょっとこれ配信終了したぐらいで公開できたらなと思ってるんですけど、
なんで詳しい内容はその
はい
パッチノートを見ていただいて、
うん
今日はその、実機もあるので、
そうですね。
何個かだけ、その内容をお見せして、
うん
なるほどこういう感じの、修正とか、調整が入ったんだなっていうのをちょっと、
はい
理解してもらえばなと思います。
はい。
So hopefully, we're going to have the patch notes for you soon. But Nakatsu is going to show off a few of the main points for you today. You can see just a small kind of like screen capture of the volume of it, so you can get an idea of how much is changing. But we're going to go with some of the major points from Nakatsu.
ちょっと言葉の意味にこだわる人が割と多いなっていうのがよく分かったので、修正っていう言葉と調整って言葉が違うでやっぱ聞こえちゃうじゃん。だからいいです。総じてバランス調整だっていうふうに捉えてもらえばいいと思います。ユーザー側としては、はい、意図せぬ挙動を修正するって意味もそうだし、ちょっとあまりにも強いっていうのもを調整するっていうのもある意味修正でもあるし、どっちでもあれなんですけど、割と分からないって言ってる方も多かったので、あえて言うともう全部調整だと思ってくれていいと思います。はい。
Rather just saying that it's basically, I think it's more applies to the Japanese, so it's not really as relevant to the English that I was mentioning. But yeah, it is an adjustment. Adjustment is an adjustment. So.
はい、
じゃ
じゃあなんか例を
そうですね。
はい。パッチノートかなり今回
事例を
もう多いんですが、その中からSNS とかで皆さんが気になってるだろうなっていうものをちょっとお見せしましょうか。
そうですね、
はい
実機に行く前に一つ例えば共通の、市場でもよく言われている投げ抜け関連に関しては、一部ちょっとそのボタン LP もしくは RP ホールドしていて、その時に投げが来てしまうとそのホールドしてたボタンが優先されて投げ抜きができないっていう状態になってたんですけども、こちらは、その状態でも投げ抜きをしっかりボタンを押せば投げが抜けるように、変更されています。
LP、それとも LK
で LP を押していて、例えば両パン投げが来て両パンチを押しても抜けられないっていうのが、今回抜けれるようになってます。
So one of the main points that Nakatsu was talking about, you might want to consider is we made it a little bit easier to throw escape in certain instances when a player was maybe perhaps for some reason holding down LP, for example. Then when they tried to input both punch buttons to escape both punch button throw, it wasn't responding according to how we intended.
Oh, I see.
はい、あとは
So it's kind of a bug.
今回のパッチではないんですけども、今後のパッチで、
I think he means that button buffering, if you are holding LP, then you want to break one plus two throw, the game actually will register as LP instead of 1 plus 2, something like that, I think.
So the Nakatsu was just mentioning that although this isn't in the April 2nd one, one of the maybe updates after that, he plans to change the throw escapes window, I guess you could say, to be a little bit more forgiving for when it hits on a counter hit.
はい。
So easier for counter hit breaks.
実機を見せながら、
That's a good start.
パッチノートの中から紹介しようかなと思っています。
画面の方お願いいたします。
So let's check out some actual in-game footage from the build. Our actual, he's going to be playing from the build today.
はい、一つ目がですね、ステージギミックを絡めたコンボが、想定以上に ダメージが高かったりコンボが長くなっていたっていうものがありまして、
They are addressing the damage issue of some stages
デビルツイスターを当てるようなコンボを当てると、デビルジンでいうとヒートバーストもしくはヒートダッシュを絡めて相手をダウン状態にしてデビルツイスターを当てたら、フロアブレイクだったりフロアブラストが発生してその後のコンボが非常にダメージが高くなっていたっていうのがあったんですけども、そちらが、フロアブレイクとかギミックが発生しなくなるっていうところと、その今、アップデートが当たる前は
So they're going to remove
ス
the
テージギミックの
ball break
発生後も
after Devil Jean's heat
お
burst
かし
heat
くなって
dash
いたので
combo.
想定以上の、高ダメージコンボができていたのを、できなくなるように修正して、コンボダメージの、緩和を行いました。
And so
これ訳するんですか？
now
いけます
いやそれがマイケルできるん
い
で
けますか？
Nakatsu just mentioning that some of the spec regarding how damage scaled was not as intended. So sometimes when you slam the opponent into the ground, or some other times when stage gimmicks kind of come into effect, he was particularly mentioning with Devil Jin when you're doing a Devil Twister. それ
あ、ごめんなさい、ヘブンズドアーさん、間違えました。今
もしかしてそっち気になってた
動画で見せた。
There's no full break here.
So
ヘブンズドアで割れなくなって。
yeah, I was just confirming. He said Devil Twister, but what he actually meant was when you use like Heaven's Door when you're doing an attack on an opponent who's in a down state. The damage was a bit more than we'd actually intended because it wasn't scaling properly. So the one he just showed you was what he's talking about, and so the damage is going to scale properly when we fix this.
はい、なんでこれはちょっと意図してなかったコンボの長さとダメージがそのダウン状態で特定の技を当てたりギミックが発動して吹き飛び補正がうまく効いてなかったところの修正になります。で実際そのコンボダメージが高いとか、長いっていったところは、他にもドラグノフとか順に、よく言われてるんですけども、いわゆる本当の意味でのバランス調整ですね、そのコンボの、ダメージが変わったりするっていうのは次回以降に行いますんで、今回に関してはそういった、コンボのダメージとギミックに関する修正を行いました。
And so we realized that some people were frustrated because of these characters having long combos or high damage combos, and some of this is because of the way it's scaled from both hitting opponent while they're in down state, but also when they're using some kind of a stage gimmick and the damage wasn't scaling after the drop from the floor, right? So these kind of things are going to be corrected not in this April 2nd patch, but one after that.
はい。
あれだよね、4月2日のやつには入らないけど、その後ですね。
その後に
It's fast, right? April 2nd we will got a patch.
コンボダメージが高いと言われているものの見直しです。
So some of it's going to be in the next patch, but characters like June or Dragonolf will just keep revising these for further patches as well.
はい。であともう一つだけちょっと
There's no boss patch for them yet. They review them later. It sounds like that.
エスプレッソアグレッシオっていうスラッシュキックがあるんですけど、こちらのちょっと性能が思った以上にやっぱ強くて対応も難しいってところで、少しだけちょっとそれを緩和する調整を行っています。
And so now Naka's just mentioning about he's going to not show you Devil Jin, but more particularly Azucena, the character he's facing currently. I'm sure a lot of people are very frustrated by her, I guess we call it a slash kick, the while running 3-2? Was it 3-2? 3-2, I believe, yeah. Which was hard to get around. You basically were kind of stuck, right?
はい。で実際大きなところで言うと空振り一発目が空振りした時に以前は2発目も出てたんですけども、一発目が空振りした場合は2発目が出ないようになってます。それと2発目の
So they are specific talking about running 3-2. This is great.
触れたり、壁際に押し付けられた時にかわしやすくなってます。
So basically what we're going to do with this is we're changing the properties so that when the first hit, the knee, doesn't connect, then the follow-up attack, it just whiffs, right? So
yeah,
it should
that's
be easier to go around. And then also
that is
the
a
active frames
good
of
way to do that.
The move have also been decreased by 3. So if your back's on the wall or something like that, some of these really kind of frustrating circumstances should be alleviated.
はい。で実際現状の環境ではその中でスラッシュキックガードして削りダメージ取られて、さらにスラッシュキック読んだ時に 横移動してしゃがむって言ったらすごく難しい対応をしなければいけなかったのが今言った変更で、2発目が出なくなっているのと横移動がしやすくなっているのでそれをお見せします。
So, basically up until then, people just had to kind of left sidestep and then duck, right? And it was the timing was quite strict on that. But now we've changed it, so you just have to evade the first hit.
こんな感じですね。
Like this.
2発目あれ出てて追いかけてきたりしてました。
Before, even if you evaded the first hit, the second hit would still follow you. But,
Oh.
we're gonna correct it.
It won't come
受
out.
けやすくなってるんで、この辺はちょっと調整に近い修正を行いました。
So it's not necessarily a balance update per se, but it's fixing the move, which as a result kind of changes the balance, right?
はい。って言ったのが次に当たるパッチノートから抜粋したちょっと実機のプレイになります。
And now he's going to show us some of the other things that he's changed.
はい。他にもたくさんあるんですけども、詳細は今後公開されるパッチノートをご確認ください。
So please wait for the full patch notes later on. He's just only showing a few examples today.
いつも通りX の方で公式アカウントの方で、
はい。
パッチノート公開したら皆さんにお知らせをいたします。
So obviously, will it all be on X and TEKKEN's official SNS accounts when the patch notes are ready.
There's a really good fix about Reign running 3-2. The second it won't come out if the move whiffed.
これぐらい細かい話って細かすぎ
But
る。
still, he got like 10
情報もっと聞きたい。
chip damage on
わ
that.
かんなくて。
そうですね。僕
ちょっと
我々は
Hand chip damage.
そうそう
Shit.
結構細かい話をしてんだけど、
はいそうですね
もっとこういうのやれなのか、いやちょっとお前ら細かすぎますよ。なんか
So Harada's just wanted to ask everyone watching today, and I'm quite curious as well. Is this what you guys are looking for? I mean, not the balance adjustment, but like we're going into a lot of fine details here. Is this something that you guys want to hear more of, or is it more basic stuff is what you're after?
我々毎日鉄拳8のことをずっと考え続けているので、
そうです。
やっぱりこう小さいことでも伝えたいですけど、時間に限りがあったりとかあるんで、結構
We are talking about a update from in April 2nd. I don't think. Yeah, I think they just avoided to drop the patch on 1st of April because it sounds like a troll or
チュ
something.
ーニングチームをちょっと舞台裏
But
に
they will
置い
drop
て
the patch on the 2nd of April, which is quite fast.
昔やられてましたね。
Yeah.
なんかすぐ1000
I think
人ぐらい
that patch also included Eddy.
ずっと追われる。
So
Okay, well, that's something you guys are interested
it's a
in.
very good,
Maybe we'll have
start
some kind
here.
of, appearance like this with Nakatsu and Harada, and we go through more detail about these kind of changes to the game.
あと他社さんもっとテンション高いんだって出演者が。
あ、そうなんですか。
そうだからこれちょっと暗いんだって。
すいません、ちょっと疲れてから申し訳ないですね。もうちょっとじゃあテンション上げて。
働きすぎなんだよ俺ら。休みないからさ。
確かに。
Yeah, sorry, we're not like over the top in the presentation.
こればっかり
だ
は。
からもうちょっと元気出そう。
はい。
We just had a lot of stuff going on with the game, trying to give you guys the best experiences we can. So a lot of long hours, right? But
じゃあ元気出していきましょうか。
Exhausting.
おっと、
よし、それで行ってみよう。
じゃあ踊っていきましょう。
Next slide
はい。
ネクストライドお願いします。
NEXT slide!
Character adjustment.
さっき次の調整、
はい。
1.03 が次なんですが、さらに次ですかね。
Focus on battles and bonds
調整に
underway.
言及があったんで、その辺で何するかっていうところをちょっとお話ししていけばなと思っております。はい。
今日
はい。そうっすよ。
全然打ち合わせできてないのバレるからやめて。
忙しくて。
やめてちょっと時間なかったらバレるから。
違うなんかそのだいぶ前の話
そうね
さっきの話してるから
あそうね。
はい。
ね
はい。
日本語ってあんまり
揉め始めた。
英語ほど明確じゃないから。So sorry, I'm just trying to get more clarification because Japanese can be very vague. So we're gonna go into more details. This is just we're not finished with the update information. So please stay tuned. We're gonna keep updating you guys with this info.
はい。これ今出てるのが
キャラクターの使用率ですか
これ 全世界、
全世界の
あと地域ごともあります
地
よね。
域ごとだったり全体の使用率をペタッと貼ったのが画像ですね。
はい。
SNS 見てると
出てます
みんな
ちっちゃいですけど
ユーザーとか作ってるのもね、勝手にとか、
はい。
はい、
これとはまた違う公式が知られてます。
そうですね。使用率の集計は多分ユーザーの皆さんできないんじゃないかなと思います。はい。
まあ我々これだけじゃないんですけど、こういろんなデータを見ながらこう何をどういうふうに調整しようかっていうのを
そうですね。なんで発売中2ヶ月経ったので一旦その見てみました。
It took a long time to collect these kind of data.
彼
Is
らの
that
見せたことあるんだけど、めちゃめちゃ細かいの、
すごい
死ぬほどデータ取ってる。そのただの1ページ、
これほぼ入り口に近い。
何十ページもあるうちの
はい
本当一部だけです。
Right. So Harada just mentioned that this is some of the data showing the character usage because we know that that's very interesting for you guys, right? And that is one of the kind of materials we use in some of our decisions on balancing the game or making adjustments, etc. So, and this is just one example of the myriad amount of data that we collect on the game in the back end.
なのでどうしても時間がかかっちゃいます。
Oh,
というお
I
話は
wonder where they will
はい
show this kind of
例え
data
ば
to us.
データだけでもこれもうちょっとわかりやすく表示すると
I think
こん
people
な感じに
will
スライドの職人の
interested in it.
見方を解説を
はい。
So character usage ranking, rank map.
その前に
マイケル
さん翻訳をお願いします。マイケル。
したいんだけどみんな好きや与えない。
So only this
マ
collect.
ッチングみたいなのも見える。
Oh, I see. This is a very different chat here.
So just going into the we were showing you the raw data in the previous slide, but this is probably a more digestible one we thought. But Harada said, nah, maybe we should have Yesterday Sports explain a little bit about what's going on with all these lines.
上がさっきお見せした細かい全世界のオンラインモードで遊ばれているキャラクターの
全体の使用率、
使用率、
優勢、
はい、
使用率の順番ですね。
So the top, the blue portion is just, overall, it's not broken down into ranks or anything. This is just overall character usage across the globe and across all characters and across all ranks.
はい。で下側が鉄拳士ですよね。
鉄拳士以上ですね。
鉄拳士以上のキャラクターのランキングになります。
With the
これは
red,
でも
数です。
SNS でもこういうのを
似たようなものを
頑張って集
リーダーボードから
集計してる
頑張って集計してる方もいますよね。はい。なのでもしかすると皆さんに馴染みがあるかもしれない。はい。視聴率。
まあ逆にそれ関心あるなと思ってこう早く見せたいなっていうところもあったんですよね。So this one on the bottom is actually, if you look at it, Tekken God and above only, that's what the character usage looks like for the red portion. So we see a lot of people on SNS kind of
High
doing
rank.
their own by looking at the individual rankings and doing their own collection of the data, etc. But this is our official data and what it looks like from our side.
はい。で、
うん
これ何が言いたいかというと、かなり難易の高いプレイヤーの使っている
No one used Paul
全体
at
の
high rank.
視
Interesting
聴率を
though.
見比べたときに今この線がですねぐちゃぐちゃになってるんですけど、線がぐちゃぐちゃになってるということはつまり環境全然違いますよ。
イコールじゃないと。
イコールじゃないですね。はい。でこれに勝率のデータとかも合わせると本当にバラバラになっていくので、そういったデータを日々そのチューニングチームが見たり、そのツイッターX の定性的な、ご意見ご要望とかも目を通しつつ、いろんな大会の結果なども踏まえて、そのキャラクターのその調整っていうものを行っているので、結構いろんなものを見ながら検証して細かくやってるんでちょっと時間かかっているのが現状ですね。
So you can see that it's not so clear cut as this character's OP, everyone uses them and wins, right? You can see quite a different data usage here between the whole Tekken population and then above Tekken God. And as such, we want to make sure that we're tuning the game right, so we do actually break the data down into fine details like this. Also, all of us looking at SNS to see what the top players are saying and what your average just fan of Tekken is saying, and try to get a lot of different data points to use in our decision making.
はい。なので、はい。
そうですね。これ難しいのはデータ的にはですね、段位での分布だったりとか、キャラクター対キャラクターのダイヤグラムって言われるものとか、大量にデータあるんですね。でその統計から引き出せば だいたいこのキャラが世の中でみんなに勝ってるキャラだというのは分かってる、ね、
Hello.
統計的にはデジタルとしては
You think Kazuya needs some buff?
じゃあそれをみんなが
I think that's true. That's true. Kazuya is not
そうではないことを分か
very.
っていただけると思うんですよ。なんでかっていうと結局大会とかの
He doesn't work well in professional level, I think.
大きく影響を与える
Yeah,
ので
but you can see that lots of people use him in
合
like
気が
on a sixth place,
今だから言いますけど
right?
データ
So
でですね勝率ものすごい低いんですよ。どう
so I think that character works in beginner levels, but not quite
全体の勝率で言う
in
と40%切る
professional levels.
41、2%ひどい時は 38% ぐらいです。勝てない。かなりランク下位にいるのに、世界のですねわずか4人ぐらいのすごい
そうですね。
すごいプレイヤーのプレーパフォーマンスによって強いんじゃないかっていう成績を見せる。あれ究極言えばそうなのかもしれないけど、みんながマッチングすることないじゃないですか普段。
あのレベルの人とはな。
そう、それよりも実は皆さんポールとキングにボッコられてるんですよ普段。
データ見ると
もうボッコボコにされてるほとんどの人。でもそこじゃなくてやっぱそっちに目がいっちゃうというのがあって、じゃあでも悪魔をナーフするとバランスが良くなったって急にバランスに対する要望減るんですねやっぱり。いやそれ印象論じゃんと思うんだけど、そういうある意味さっき中津が言った定性的な感情論と定量的なデータのこの兼ね合いを我々はどうしていくかっていうところは結構難しいところなんで、どのユーザーのレベルのユーザーに合わせた調整するかも難しいんですけど、できるだけ皆さんの意見は定量的にも定性的にも聞いて総合的に判断しようとは思ってますということを言いたいってこと。
じゃあそろそろ英訳します。
難しいからお願いします。マイケルお願いします。マイケルでも俺が普段言ってることが分かるよ。
でもさ、5分間日本語わかんないやつはもうボーっとしてるから。So I'm just complaining to Harada that he talks too long and you guys don't speak Japanese to let me inform you a little bit more frequently, right? So what we're just basically talking about, as you can see, this is just one point of data, and so
Hello
we just want to make
everyone.
sure that people don't talk about balance in just one perspective because
They
there
will
isn't
drop
just one. You can
this
see
update
that,
on
perspective changes if you're a beginner,
2nd of
player,
April.
and if you're
So
you
it
know
very
taking
soon.
a World Tour competitor, etc. So it's quite different. So it's very important to notice that we take both, these kind of subjective data and then also objective data, both. So of course, it's not just about what's on the back end because we realize that maybe you don't feel the same way. There's more subjective things like this character's too strong, etc. And he gave the example of Tekken 7 that people are quite familiar with. If you look at Akuma in the previous game, everyone was saying he's broken, he's so strong, which would lead you to believe that anyone could just pick him up and win, right? But when we looked at the back end, we noticed that the win rate for him was, if you look at the whole Tekken population, was like 40 something. In a lot of cases, it was low 30s, etc. So it really is difficult to talk about game balance if you're not looking at all these areas. And we realize we can't just ignore the subjective data. Also, we do have to listen to what everyone's experience is in first person when they're playing against people online. So we try to keep a good balance. And to do this, obviously, you can kind of get an idea of.
You can't always meet all the expectation, right? Some people just brag
data
all the
points together
time.
to make a more informed decision. So that's why it's taking a bit of time, more than you might want to balance the game because we want to do a perfect job of it.
はい。で、なので、いわゆ
No,
るさっ
some
き
people always brag
中
about
津さんも言って
stuff. They don't.
た調整とい
They
うも
don't.
のは
They never learn
今
something.
こういう
How to
データを取り
deal
な
with
がら
that shit.
並行してやってい
And
る
then they just blame people and then
はい
wanna change
なので
change things in their ways. So
4
yeah,
月
it's
2
hard
日の
to do some kind
3
of
回目のアップデ
balancing
ー
like
トこれ
this.
で意図しない挙動調整、
はい。
修正中心にパッチ入れますが
So they really want to finalize the game before EVO on April
に
2nd.
4回目のアップ
Right?
デート
Good.
を実施
これが
して
初めてのバランス調整になると思ってください。
まあみんなが思うように
はい、みんなが思うようなバランス。
So we got the heal buff on May
So you can see
for
the schedule from
new
the slide
adjustment?
here, roughly. So we have the second update, and then the third update, like you see right now, coming in soon. And then we'll have EVO Japan. So we're talking about balance, like Nakatsu was mentioning. The April 2nd one is just to kind of fix stuff that was unintended. Where the general, where everyone talks about a game balancing update, that's what's really going to be what we're doing for the post EVO Japan one. So you can see it penciled in for May currently. That's the one that you guys are going to really see as a big balance update.
I think it's healthy to got a huge update after game launch like 5 months later. 4 months later, like from January to May. Yeah, this is a healthy way to keep the game alive and makes people feel fresh about the
で、
game.
エボジャパン後にさらに調整が入るので、2回やりますよという話です。
So just to be clear, the stuff that Nakatsu was showing you, just a few examples of the Devil Jin stuff, and also Azucena's, her slash. That's going to be fixed before EVO Japan. So those 4 pages, we didn't show you all the details yet. We'll release them as soon as possible. That's the stuff that's going to be done before EVO Japan. So what we're talking about now is post EVO Japan. We're going to have a much larger, more intensive balance update.
はい。で、ちょっとこれ文字ばっかで恐縮なんです。これパッチノートからテキストを抜き出してるんですけど、バランスの、話だけじゃなくて、機能の追加も行います。はい。はい。
So we know this is a lot of text, a big wall of text here, right? But it's not just about kind of fixing up some of the moves that weren't as intended. We're also kind of, polishing some of the features of the game as well.
はい。例えば、いくつかあるんですが、例えば、通信環境が、結構悪い、オンライン対戦を、途中で抜けて向こうにできるっていう、機能を追加したりとか、あとこれご要望多かったですが、プレマで、ステージセレクトをランダムにしたときに、ランダム選びましたよというのが表示されるものであったりとか、あともう一個は前回説明したんですけど、Steam 版の方でメインメニューにゲームを終了する、ボタンを追加したりとか、っていうようなアップデートをやります。
So this is just a few examples of some improvements we're going to be making to the game as well. One of them being, I know sometimes you might be matched with an opponent where you both are kind of not really satisfied with the connection quality, and you can both choose, hey, let's just opt out of this match with no penalty. So if you both choose that, you can quit from these different modes we're talking about. But then also the random select as well. So I know
terminate or invalidate the match of
currently
the
if I'm playing Nakatsu and I don't know if he's randomly selected the match like maybe he was supposed to or not. So there'll be an actual indicator on the screen. And then last, this is just for the Steam version, but currently you have to go into the options to then go quit the game. So we're going to be adding one more at the forefront of the main
Finally,
menu,
they
Steam
put
version.
a
Quality of
exit
life
the
improvements.
exit the program button in the main menu.
機能の
They had promised that in the last talk, like 20th of February, something.
So
Nice.
also we're going to be adding obviously this new feature of the Tekken Fight Pass that we briefly touched on.
はい。これいわゆるバトルパス。
そうですね。
ね、はい、期間内に、オンライン対戦で、デイリーとかウィークリーのミッション
Hello,
を
everyone.
達成して、レベルを上げていくと、いろんな、カスタマイズアイテ
If
ム
you
が
just
入手できます。
landed here, they have already
So, obviously,
updated.
this
They
is
will
the
update the
name
game
for it already in
on
the
the
Tekken Fight
2nd
Pass,
of
but,
April
you all might be more familiar with just a standard battle pass. So you're gonna have
with
like
balance
daily missions
patches,
and
fixed
missions
Azucena running
kind of performing
3-2,
them.
stuff
Then
like
you'll get
that.
these, you'll unlock various items. in the
Battle
game.
はい、
Pass.
アイテムのいろんなカスタマイズのキャラだけじゃなくて、
Level by complete. Oh, can increase their level by completing daily or weekly missions in honor matches. Allow them to obtain various items. Oh, that is a cool features.
はい、ぜひ
It's like the pinnacle from
So some of
online
the rewards,
game,
we're not gonna go
mobile
into
game,
all the
right?
details today, but it's going to be a variety of different things that you can unlock,
I'm not a
in
big
the
fan
game,
of these
such
kind of
as,
stuff,
character
but it's
customization stuff, or maybe
a healthy
parts for your
thing to
avatar,
keep the game alive.
Also, the titles, or even maybe some character panel stuff.
はい。で皆さん気になると思うんですが、
It's a good way to
無料の
maintain the
コースですね。
fighting games online,
この
right?
の 右側にあるのが実際の画面なんですが、無料で、遊べるコースと、あと有料で、遊べるプレミアムの、コースと2種類ご用意をしております。はい。はい。
So as you can see in the slide,
In the premium tier, we're talking about even more luxurious. They also acquire TEKKEN coins.
and then kind of a premium tier. So pretty standard for a battle pass-like structure.
はい。で有料の方はどんどんレベルを上げていくと、
How much is that? 38 Hong Kong dollars? Like 50 cents?
ですね。はい。有料で
US? Or $1?
入ってもまた
Something like that?
コインが返ってくるといった形になりますので、それを使ってまた
No, $10.
いろんなアイテムを
$5?
獲得することができるといった仕組みになっております。
And for the premium tier, as is often the case, you can also unlock the currency to purchase other stuff in the store. You'll gain TEKKEN coins back from your purchase.
はい。で、
I heard that they have banned a lot of modder
これも4月2日の3回目のアップデートに入る
because they mod the game, so they can sell their own stuff here.
はい。あと吉光の
I don't know, is it
コス
worth to do that?
酒屋さんのね
Some people really are into the modding community. So destroying all of their interest in the game, is it a good way to sell their own stuff?
So we'll also be updating the store with some
I'm a
new
little
items,
bit
as you can see,
skeptical about
the
that,
Cyber
but
Pack, there's 2 of these.
let's see.
Also, a legacy costume for Yoshimitsu and Eddy Gordo avatar score. Sorry, avatar skin. And we just want to be completely clear so that it doesn't get twisted online. These are actually, you're going to need TEKKEN coins to purchase these items.
これサイバーパックあれなんですよね。
Cyberpunk, Cyberpack.
なんですか
Interesting name.
スカウターみたいなのつけてる
サングラス
と、はい。あと
サイバーサングラスみたいな
全身のものと
はい
3つのアイテムで構成されていて、かついろんなキャラクターが、カスタマイズ可能、いろんなキャラクターが着れること
No,
ですね。いうものなので、
maybe
今まで
the 2nd of
テッケンショップは
April.
固
They
有の
haven't announced yet.
いわゆる固有の復刻コスというもの
Yeah.
を
They just promised that they would drop a
今
patch
回は
to fix bugs and some balance issues on the 2nd of April. Yeah, but they haven't said that Eddy will come along with a patch. So let's see. I
And some of
think
the
they
cool
will
stuff
announce
with
it
the cyber,
later
pack
in
there
this
is that it consists of hairstyle,
live stream here.
A kind of cyber sunglasses almost, and then the costume. And so you can wear these with a variety of different cast in the lineup, and also kind of mix and match the parts as well.
I mean, some people really into some kind of cosmetic like this. I'm not a big fan of these kind of stuff. I don't even customize my main characters.
小さいけど
はい。
But it's good things to include it in the game. Some people really love this kind of stuff,
入
right?
ってくるということはどういうことなんですかね。
ということは次のスライドに行けば答えが分かる。
なるほど。
And let's those people
And
pay
this
for
is-
our game.
If you notice that little small element on the screen to your bottom left, it looks
Thank
like
you.
a certain capoeirista that maybe we'll be talking about more. So that's a good transition into the next slide and the next portion about Eddy Gordo.
Oh, great.
じゃあ次すいません、ちょっと
はい
スライ
We
ドがな
are
くてです
into
ね
the Eddy
実はちょっと次
stuff
映像
now.
になっちゃうんです
いやこのエディゴールドスペシャルのために本当に
Hopefully they will drop it into it because they already included Avatar into the TEKKEN shop.
追加キャラ来たんで
So I think the character will come along with the patch. Hey, hey, Esther, how are you?
本当ですか
You missed the patch on the 2nd of April.
エディのちゃんとキャラクターのトレーラーを用意しましたんで、
はい
ぜひこの結構気合い入れて作ったので、楽曲も含めて
はい
新生カポエラのエディゴールドを
はい
お楽しみいただければと、
トレーラー終わったら寝ていいから。
ありがとうございます
So, our director Nakatsu is quite tired from all the work he's been doing on the game. But he wants to get you guys excited as possible, so he created an awesome trailer for us.
Awesome
and
trailer.
He put a lot of effort into not just the camera angles and all that stuff, but the sound, the music to the trailer. Everything is going to be intense. So we're trying to bring the voltage here, get everyone excited, and yeah, let's get to it then.
Let's go.
Let's go. Choo. Oh no. That's sorry to hear that. I know the process is frustrating. But let's watch the Eddy Gordo trailer first.
Você vai ver o melhor da capoeira.
I love the music. Give me a vibe of Brazil.
New challenger!
Coração ardente, mas cabeça fria.
Eddy Gordo!
Wow.
It's game over for you.
Game over for you.
Parece que você continua impiedosa como sempre.
Next week, we throw again.
Hora de fazer valer a pena. Os
Three shots?
estão a
Wow.
nosso favor.
What the hell?
Esse é o segundo.
What the hell of this? All the ancestor here? Fuck, man.
Ninguém me segura.
Lamb? This is kind of interesting, I think.
Eu juro pelo meu mestre, não vou perder.
So default outfit? Nice.
ということで、
やりましたついに。
中津寝てよ
But
し
it's,
ありがとうございます。
it looks like a brand new character to me, even though I know something about Eddy Gordo.
でも音楽でちょっとだいぶ目が
April
タ
5th.
ッグワンの、はい、
エディ・ゴールド
April 5th. Jeez,
書い
man.
てるんですけど、一般アクセスですね。が、さっき最後エンドストレートで、PDT
He doesn't have an original theme, I
日本
think.
とかヨーロッパの場合
Is
は
it?
4月5日に
I think his original theme is more like a samba
So just
dance
keep in mind this is the general
music,
access, so you can see from the
which
slide.
kind
That's,
of similar to Street
April
Fighter,
5th.
right?
I believe that's the Japan time. If you're in
Street Fighter
California,
DJ
the,
music.
Pacific Daylight Time, that's the 4th. But that's the general access. So the early access is actually the 1st or the 2nd, depending on your region.
What
I
got the early access of it. Jeez,
プレイヤブルキャラクターヤンパスを
it worth my money.
つまりデラックスエディション
Finally,
かアルティメットエデ
I
ィションか
brought the deluxe
もしくは
version, by the way.
スタンダードエディション買った後にデラックスエディションアップルードパックを購入された方に関しては
something like
さっき
that.
の時間から72時間前からエディが
I don't know whether
プレイ可能になる
it's
と
lame or not. It's kind of like goofy.
So if you're one of those very excited
upbeating
fans who's
music to
purchased
me.
the ultimate or deluxe edition,
Not very characteristic though. Yeah,
what's
I
included
got
with
what
that is going to be
Matthew
the playable
means.
character year one pass, so you'll have early access. Also, if you missed out and got the standard edition at first, you still have a chance if you got the deluxe upgrade.
So you
as
need
well.
to pay for
So
that.
All of these
Get
different
3
versions
days
will give you access
earlier,
to that
3-day
character
early
year one pass,
access.
which will give you
Jeez.
Eddy access to Eddy on the 2nd of April or the 1st of April, depending on your region.
で追ってお知らせしますが、この、4月2日これサードアップデート入りますので、ちょうどメンテナンス入れるんですよ。
はい
メンテナンス中にエディが配信になる予定なので、
うん
メンテナンス開けるまではオフラインのモードしか プレイできません
はい
ので、まあ皆さんプラクティスであったりとか
The new character
オ
is
フラインのモードを
looks really
プレイしていただいて、
refreshing. I really like
そこ
that.
からオンラインでプレイができるようになります。
And I'm sure everyone who's been playing Tekken is quite used to this, but we just want to again have everyone note that we will be having a short maintenance period while we update the game with the aforementioned
a little
details,
bit.
And also adding Eddy Gordo. That said, the game isn't completely inaccessible. You can still check out practice in the offline modes while you wait for Eddy.
はい
Wow, I love
通常
that.
版スタンダードエディション買った方はぜひ、アップグレードパックを買ってくださいねっていうこれは
So you need to like pay
And, for those of you who still only have the standard version, there's still
$40
time to
for
upgrade
extra
to the deluxe
upgrade.
pack, to get access
I
to
got
the
like the
character.
deluxe price
という
already.
ことで
はいはい。
今日は前回中津さん
Yeah,
に
yeah, that's really
Eddy
cool.
を
I mean,
触って
they are not just copy and pasting the old
今日
assets
は
from the old games,
プレイヤー代
but
表として
really refresh the whole character,
この方を
which I really love to
エディ
see.
はいエディといえばエディといえば
Some other legacy character can do that, like Paul or Law, right?
皆さんはじめましてアメコでございます。
せやとか。
Who are you, by the way?
I'm ハメコ。
誰だ
Hamako,
実
Hamako-san.
物初めて見た。
嘘で
Okay,
し
uh,
ょ。そんなバカ。
Sorry, our English audience isn't following at all. We were just mentioning that normally we have Nakatsu show off these new characters, etc. But today, as kind of like the representative of the player base, we have a special guest who himself is quite known for being an Eddy player,
Yeah,
Hameko.
he's a well-known Eddy player. He also
今日は
practiced
ハメコさんが
はい。
Brazil
初めてエディを
dance
触りながら
she's kind of he's very famous in Japan, so that's why they included
やっと
into
エ
the
ディゴードス
interview.
ペシャルが始まりました。
始まりましたね。
So let's commence with the Eddy Gordo special program here. We're going to have, this is actually the first time that Hameko's had his hands on the character. So he's going to be playing for the first time, and Nakatsu is
Wow.
actually going to be instructing him on the ins and outs of the character. So it should be quite entertaining for our audience as well, I believe.
Life coaching from the developers.
確認したい
Nice.
都市伝説があるんだけど、
はい。
開発あ
あ
な
都市
たと
伝説ね。
はい。
この中
He is a
とあなたとまだ
legendary
一般の
Japanese
プレイヤー
Eddy
プレイヤーだ
player.
った
まあ多分
頃に
25年ぐらい前ですね。
はいはいはい
一般のプレイヤーだった頃に、
はい
あなたが中津の家に、
はい
鉄拳遊びに行った時に2リットルのコーラを持って行って、
はいはいは
中津が「こんなの飲めんの?」
まあ聞きましたね。
いはい
余裕っす
なんか
余裕っしょって言いました。はい
こんなの余裕っしょって言って
当時ハメコ君ハメコ少年16歳ぐらいの時に
そうですね
ゲームセンターに2リットルのコーラを持って
余裕っすよ
余裕っす
そう
言い
ハメコ
ました
これ飲めんのって言って
はい
余裕っしょって言って
はい
大量に残していったっ
1
ていう
リットルぐらい僕の家に置いて帰った
置いて帰った
っていう
伝説があるんだけど本当
本当です
でしょ
Wait, can I
いや本当に
talk
いやこれトランスレーションいらない
ただの
ヨタ話
オッケーオッケー
Don't translate
本
it.
当でございます
気になる。まあ、
はい
2リッター海外の人余裕で飲めると思う。
そうだけどハメコ君は
私は無理だ
半分残した
1ガロンって言ってたよね。
飲めなかったです
So just an overview. It's not very important. It's just kind of
not important.
Harada noticing
Chit-chatting.
that just back in the day, these two here used to play each other as just normal Tekken players quite often.
Yeah, in the arcade center, they mentioned that they
Yeah.
fight
So
each
Hameko
other
went to
like
Nakatsu's house
when
and
they're
left a
16
half
years
a
old.
bottle of cola, and
Yeah, it's
it's been,
decades
on his
ago.
mind ever since.
じゃあ早速
はい
行きましょ
ちょっと実機の方行きましょうか。
はいよろしくお願いします
はい
じゃあ今回中さん教えてもらえるということで
うはいはい
エディゴールドの方まあ古来からのエディゴールド使いって言われたんですけど自分
Eddy also have an install stuff. You can see that there's an icon beside the heat
だ
bar
ったり、まあ、
there.
タッグではまあ当然エディは、ま
確かに
あ、誰もが使ってたんで、
うん
タッグ2ではエディみんな使ってましたし、ということで、ちょっとそのあたり含めて話せればなと。
ぜひぜひ
So just some background on Hameko himself. He's been known as being an Eddy player. He said, of course, he started playing in Tekken 3 as Eddy, but then again, for Tekken 4, his main character is Christy Montero. Again, with Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
鉄拳と
2だよね. 2, he was using Eddy Gordo as well in his team, obviously. So he is an avid Eddy Gordo fan.
はいなんでまあ今日はまあそのエディのまあ使い方というか
はい
魅力を伝えつつ
ん
まあ実際どうやったらエディが楽しく遊べるかっていうところと
はい
エディやっぱ対応すると難しいので、その対応の方法みたいなところも一緒に伝えていけたらなと思ってます。
So naturally, Nakatsu is going to be instructing all of us on how to have fun with Eddy, but then we realize some people are kind of worried about how do I fight against him. So he's going to give some pointers to those type of people as well.
はい。で僕がこの緑色の
How to fight against Eddy?
So Nakatsu is going to be
Nice.
controlling the one-player green version and Hameko on the two-player
はい。
side.
で今回まずコンセプトから言うと新生カポエーラっていうところで、
新生カポエーラ
本当にカポエーラをもう一回新しく作り直そうっていうところで、各種構えをリニューアルしてます。
So the key concept in the design of the character is like a brand new capoeira, I guess is the closest translation, which is really important because you'll see exactly what we're talking about shortly.
はい。一応この逆立ちですね。
はい
これバナネイラ。
バナネーラに
So Bananera, first off, the handstand that he's quite famous for.
前と
Banana.
両パンチとか後ろと両パンチで逆立ちにいけます。
And you can also do from, backwards in both
The
punches or
actions
forward in both
are more fluent than
で
before.
もう一つ
Definitely.
代表的だったこの座り、
うん
これネガティーバ。
ネガティバ
And negativa position where he sits down.
はい。なんでアニメーションと、技名を含めて全部申請してますんで、
And
バ
so you
ナ
can,
ネイラとネガチーバですね。
you can tell that the animations have been completely redone for this time.
はいで
This
さ
is
らに
actually
鉄拳7
very
までは
good.
やっ
It
ぱりいろん
feels
な
very
技とか
good.
構えがあったんですけども、
はい
どうしても使える技が結構限られていて、
うん
カポエラらしいというと踊るように戦ったり流れるような
Still a homing move.
ダイナミックな
Nice
蹴り技っ
job.
ていったところが、
うん
ちょっとなりを
That's
務めてた
up
ところ
forward
があって
4.
今回そこをしっかり派手な蹴り技を中心に戦えるキャラクターにしようってところでエディを申請しました。
So before, Eddy was kind of a complex character to both play and then to defend against. So we focused on renewing the character, trying to make the animations look very smooth and transition together quite smoothly, much like that of actual real capoeira. And so we focused on mostly the kicks and the overall impact visually that they have.
はい。でまず覚えてほしいのはこの前両キックで出る
はい
シャンゴー
前両キック
この技ですね。
So first off is forward both kicks is a brand new move called Shango.
It looks
ブラ
cool.
ジルでよく知られている雷の神
Yeah,
様
the movement is
And
interesting.
apparently the name comes from a famous god of lightning in Brazil.
でこれは
It's like
ヒットすると
moving forward
ヒッ
is
トを
looks
発動できて
very
ガードされても
live
マイナス9な
now.
ので
It's a
中間
mid.
距離から
And it's also
気軽に
safe
触
from
れる
block.
人流胴抜きのような
はい
技になってます。
And you can see that it's
nice.
on hit. Obviously, you go into it's a heat engager, but even on block, you're still at -9. So it's kind of like Devil Jin or Jin's Demon Paw.
はい。
Wow,
で
this is
その
a
中段に
very
強いような
cool
下段から
addition to the
は
character.
ここですね。この技を
Mm.
出していってくる。
And so also in mid range, you're kind of or up close a little bit too. You're going to be doing
Like-
this
like a 4-4-4, I
down
think.
back, left kick
なんで
gives you the spinning
結
low
構
kick.
中間距離から結構技が触れるようになってます。
So you can actually use this kind of from mid range as your approach.
あんまりこういう
Definitely need to lab this character as soon as they drop in.
細い下段みたいなのって
By the way, if you guys don't know that, the character will launch on the 2nd of April. If you got the deluxe
まあハチェットのような線の下段を
deluxe
手に入れ
version?
ます。
So it's kind of like Eddy didn't have this kind of tool before. He usually had to sidestep while attacking while sidestepping to do something similar to get his approach. So this is kind of like the hatchet kicks that Brian or that has.
But
So
that
it's
one
kind of like
is
the same use.
like 28 frames to start off. It's kind of slow, right?
1LK から覚えてもらって、でエディはやっぱりその崩しとしては、
はい
ネガティーバ、いわゆる座りが強いので、
Love the
これ
movement
にどう
of
やってい
him.
くかっていうと、
Like, it looks so
前々
cool
に出て
now.
っていうこの技があります。これ座りに
The
ネガティ
pants
ーバにこうす
really
るので、これを使っていく
makes him
っていうような
look
感じ。
really great.
So those two moves are some of the main tools you want to use for your
Wow,
approach.
wow,
and
that
then
low.
What your next strategy is you're going to want to be transitioning to negativa as whenever you can. And Nakatsu was saying that forward left kick is a good way to get into the
Forward
negativa
left
stance.
kick.
で、まあこれが当たると、
This
まあ
low
有利に取れる
is
ので、ここから
is
左キック2回押すと、
sick. Really
この下
sick.
段からダウ
Wow.
ンを奪えて、しかも、まあ前回紹介したんですけど、
はい
まあヒート
A lot
サ
of
イモンの横にある
lows for him.
マンジンガレベルっていうのがあるんですけど、
マンジンガ
マンジンガが1溜まると。
And so when the kick hits low, it does put you at advantage. So then
こう
you're
いうのを
able
狙ってい
to
く感じです
press LK twice to do the consecutive kicks. And when they hit, they put Eddy in the Mandinga, which is that kind of icon below the life gauge, kind of a powered up state.
前々 LK なんですけど、カウンターヒットした時にリターンがある、
そうなんですよカウンターヒットするところ
Wow.
をしゃがみ投げに行けたんですよ、
いけたりですとか、このマンジンガ中の技がつながったりするという
Wow.
崩しだけでなく、リターンも
そうなんです
Hello,
狙える
Lightwing.
ね。
And another way is that by doing this forward left,
可以
kick,
lap 咗呢隻嘢
counter
先我
hit
哋。
gives you a few other things that you can do. He has a throw that he can do on crouching opponents, so that kind of connects. Or also,
I love
if he
this
does
kind
have
of,
some sort of,
mid throws.
Mandinga, you know, the stage 1 or stage 2.
It's a very fun
gives him
addition
another
to the
follow-up
game.
option as well.
なんで、下段を嫌がる人には
And the back
中
sweep
段
there,
のこの
not just combo sweep, but this kind of back sweep. Actually, I think this is more fun to use.
ここシンプルに2択も受けれます、
前には、エディの崩しといえば座りからの
ナイ
フ
ス
ァン、
トゥファウンです、
下段回し蹴りがコンボ
Hello,
になってる
Kamai.
あったんですけど、そのあたりは
Are you?
結構こう整理されて、
そうです
下段攻撃を当てるとこのエディならではのマンジンガレベルが
はい
上が
Manjin
るみた
level.
いな
そうですね
感じですよね。
And he
So
got
before,
also
you know,
got
Eddy,
two
you know,
installed
he
at a
had something
time.
similar where he would go into his relaxed
So
stance,
it's
to
more
try to
flexible
open up his
to
opponent,
use?
usually with kind of those sweeping kicks. But this time it's been streamlined a little bit more for these.
Yeah, more
た
streamlined.
だし、
Yeah,
さっき、
definitely.
紹介
It's
した
like
この
this kind of
LKLK は、
はい。
input and the momentum of the character looks very different from before.
One important thing to note is that from the negativa when Nakatsu's doing the double left kicks, the first one has to clean hit for the follow-up to actually hit.
なんでクリーンヒットしなくて出し切ってしまうとマイナス13フレームなので
So
反撃を受けちゃいます
if the first hit doesn't clean hit and they block the second, then that leaves Eddy at minus 13 and open for a punish.
Wow, that's 13 punishers.
っていうような問
Nice
題が発生
stuff.
します
So you can see kind of like the back and forth between
Oh,
you and your
everyone.
opponent, as a result.
なんでシャンゴーと
I love this move.
下段と
444.
前々
Make it
でここから
much easier to use, I
こすっ
think.
て
ネガチーバからの
ネガチーバからの
攻めに行く
攻めを展開してマンジンがレベルを上げていくみたいなのが基本になります
Another granddad
So as you can
character
see,
for most
basically
people,
those,
right?
Moves, you know, the down back left kick, the Shango to get in, and then opening up your opponent from Negativa is the basic strategy that
I
you're
think
going to want to
Negativa
employ.
also have a mid
はいでまあもう一つ
launcher.
はい。
It's like
前に
a
うん。
a flip trick or something.
逆立ち
ですね。
これはどう使う
I
か
think they will keep
こっちは
that.
崩しではなくて、まあ、攻めの起点みたい
So
な感じで、
he will be a very scary 50-50
Next, we want
characters.
to go into Bananera, the handstand move, right? So this, unlike Negativa, which is used to kind of open up your opponent, this
It
is
looks-
more of
it
like
looks
how you kind
strong
of launch
right
your
now.
offense.
はい、で直接
I think
こう
all
やってもいいんですけど
DLC
まあそれ
character will be
なかなかリスク
strong
があるので
For the first
今回
time when they
スラッシュ
drop in,
キッ
right?
ク技を手に入れていて
はい。スラッシュキック。
So you
Slash
can,
kick.
これを外
Oh,
安全に
also got a slash kick.
So you can of course
25
choose to go directly
frame
into Bananera,
is
but
not-
that puts you at great risk. So one of the options is to perform his slash kick, you know, the while running 3, which will transition into Bananera as well.
もしくはこの LKLK
But
から行ってマイナス
I can see the problem with the slash kick. It's just kind of slow.
Or you
この
can
辺を
So
覚え
you,
てください
choose to do
I think you can
LKLK,
even
which also
dodge
puts
it
you into
after the hit
Bananera,
engager
leaves
on
you
hit.
at -3, but that's not too much of a
Yeah,
minus.
but it's too early to
Right.
say
Then,
anything
そこ
about
からどういう
that.
ことをや
Maybe
る
the
かっていう
tricking is
と
very good.
まあ狙いたいのはこの LP です
Wow.
これを出すと
3-2?
ガード
3-4?
さ
Is
せて有利な
that?
展開を取って
We would have soon.
ネガティバ。
So from Bananera, if you do the LP, actually
そういうことです
gives you some
Oh,
advantage.
wow, that
which
transition
then,
is
sets you up to go
fast.
into Negativa and then
and
to
very
continue
smooth.
offense from there.
なので、
はい。
まあ、こうやって
ナイス
ガードさせてさっきのこの下段攻撃を狙ってまたマジがレベルを上げていくみたいなのが、まあエディのセオリーになっていきます
So you take the advantage with that LP, then you hit them with those lit kicks, which then again powers up one stage of the Mandinga.
Bending.
まあこんな感じで。
まあそんな感じですね、
はい。
They showcase the sweep a
でまあ
lot.
そこでこう
I mean,
こういう
they
牽制
just
もあった
really
り
wanted people to
例
spam
えば手出
that.
してくる人には、まあ、パワークラッシュで返したり
Mm.
And
結
so,
構逆立ちはそういった
Yeah,
切り返
it's
しの
not new. They
まあ
always have power
and you can
crush
see
in
from
the
Bananera, you have
handstands.
a few offensive tools, but then if someone's
Wow.
trying to crush that or
Evasive?
knock you out of the stance, with an attack. He also has a power crush from that stance.
ここが
Wow.
ポイントになったのはちょっと話戻るんですけど、
はいはいはい
結構エディって
I can see how
特殊
this
構えがあるせい
character can
でやられる側も
destroy some
面倒くさかったじゃないですか
うん
特にその座りですよね。
そう
not that not mentally, but they are
座られ
controllers.
る時に姿勢が低くて
ダウン状態だった
そう昔ダウン状態で技を
I love this
交互に行かなきゃいけなかったり
It
と
looks.
か
はいジャブで拾ってその後コンボを
I think this is the
アドリ
new
ブで決め
addition
る
for
とか
relax,
があった
right?
んですけど今回は
実はこれ内部的に
座りが
立ち状態に
はいネガティブが変わってると。
はい例えばまあビリバですよねこういうのが
うん
普通に当たるようになってます、
はい
You can just sit there all day
前もあ
long.
るあった技
So another kind of fine detail to share with you all is that his stance has changed a bit. If you recall Tekken 7 and previously Eddie, when he was hit from the negativa, it put him in kind of a down state. So even if you were successful in your defense against him,
Negativa is the relaxed stance. We always.
standing stance. So if you punish him, actually you have access to a lot more options offensively.
こんな
Definitely.
感じで地上で反撃
はい
座りに行って隙のある技に対しては普通に反撃が入る
But
反撃入ったり
don't
まあ
panic.
あの
I will
ライ
lap the
リターン
character and then
を取りに
teach
行って
you
もいい
guys
っていう
how to deal
ただ
with
し
them.
ネガティブ、まあ、エディ側も、
はい
その普通に地上状態になっているので、
はい
実は
Nice. Oh, so you can punish that properly?
はい
Standing?
じゃあビリバー打ってください
はい
なんか
こんな感じで
So as
40.
Eddie is vulnerable because he is in a standing technically during the negativa, this is a big change from Tekken 7. He also has options though. He can guard from or block from negativa, which he couldn't previously do.
Oh.
はい、
So
といったところも
this
整理して
stance is
まあ
more
エディ専
flexible
用の対
now?
応を、まあ、しなくていいように、なるべく
No, don't say
まあ
that.
一般的なキャラクターに近いようなまあ読み合いになるように整理してました。
So we streamlined him so that you don't have to remember all these kind of special circumstances when fighting Eddie to make him more
yeah,
like
yeah.
the other characters.
はい他
I
に
mean,
も気にな
some
ったところ
Eddy player wouldn't love it because they rely on relax or Navigate, what they say about that stance, to trolling around.
まとめてちょっと
But now it counts as standing status, which is like proper punish on that. It will be less frustrating for beginners or people don't lap counter that much.
マンジンガレベルがアップして
I mean,
強化されると
はい、で
it feels more fair to me.
マンジンガが何かっていうと、まあ、逆立ち状態から、
うん
出る技が増えて、
はい
逆立ち状態が強化される。
So
Okay.
now the question was just from Hameko to explain a little bit more about this new mechanic, the Mandinga. I think it's called Manjinga if you read it in Portuguese, perhaps. So
Manjinga?
just, what is this? And so Nakatsu is just saying it's a way that you power up your character and gives you even more options from Bananera, the handstand.
Oh, I see. So
例えば、まあ
it's just
そのレベル1とレベル2で、
はい
例えば
it's
僕レ
just
ベル
going
2
to
で
power up the handstands instead of the
レベル1
relax.
で
So there are two levels. So Nakatsu is going to
Oh,
get
this
into
is a
level
Punisher.
2 and then have Hameko get into level 1 just so you can compare.
はい、出せる技がまあその、
はい
うん
ここから両キックで
Wow.
逆立ちから崩しの要素下段攻撃が
イアンさんマンジ
They're
ンガ
So
the
from the
knockdown lows
handstand,
from
you can do
handstand.
this kind of low mid attack combo to open up your opponent
Mm,
if you're in
nice.
this powered up state.
でレベル1だと、
はい
こけないのでやってみてもらっていいですか。
Well, it doesn't
You know,
knock
this
down
with
at a
just the first
rare.
power up, it doesn't down your opponent.
Oh, I see.
でしかもまあこの強化状態は
はい
ラウンド
Oh, so
間継続
it
なので
differs if you
何
have
かを
to
消費
level
して
it?
あの技が打てるわけ
Is that
じゃなく
one?
てレベル1レベル2であればこういう技が打てるようになってます。
Oh, and this is not
The
buff.
difference between this is that with this mechanic as compared to other characters and other mechanics is that you're not using some kind of a gauge or it doesn't deplete itself.
Oh,
You keep
yeah,
this
you will
powered up
keep the
status.
power
だから
up
消費性ではなく
in the
マン
round.
ジンガレベルはラウンドの中では
Whether they will transfer to other round is
はい
kind of a
なんで
question
マ
for
ンジンが溜めた
that.
エディは危険と覚えてます。
はいだこれまでこの逆立ちのバナネイラからは
うん
さっきの説明だとまあ攻めを継続したり
うん、
まあちょっと相手を惑わせてそこに対してまあ
手を出させ
カウンター技を打つまあ例えばこの
そういう。
単弁
So
的な
this
技
adds
術
a
と
little
か
bit a different layer of
はい
your strategy into your games,
そうだった
right?
んですけど
So you really need to do this kind of install
そうなんですよ。
move
はい
あの
early on
こういうとこから
to buff your character.
下段もいけるし、もちろんその
Now,
さっきの
to be honest, this kind of mechanics will make the characters a little bit weaker than the others.
はいまだ
逆立ちから後ろ歩けで
But
これ
let's see.
ジャンプステータスの中段攻撃、
うん
And so the idea is that although you're powered up and you're not depleting it, it's just for that round. So you're powered up for the remainder of the round.
Oh.
And this gives you even more access to tools from the handstand. So you don't have to go back to negative to open up your opponent necessarily. And Nakatsu was just showing off. Previously you had that kind of low-mid
So-
combination, but there was another one where he hits a mid single attack right now that he just did. The actual has aerial jump status.
これもまあガードされても、エディが有利
So
なので
it
攻めが
won't
継続できる
inherit to other
まあ
round.
ダウンが取れたりすると
Yeah, this is
Huh.
a little bit.
The important part of this is
It
that
all depends on
even
his
if blocked,
neutral
Eddy is,
games.
plus frames on
Right.
that move when he's in the power-up state. And there's a difference between the state to 1 and state 2.
It
You
looks
can see the
straight.
difference
That this move.
まあって言ったよう
I
な
think it's easy to sidestep
増え
that.
て逆立ちの攻めのバリエーションが増えて崩しにいけるようになるので、
はい
まあ、そこがエディのそのマンジンガを食べるとできるメリットにな
う
るんです。
んでこのマンジンガがある時の逆立ち後ろ歩けば、まあ、逆立ちっていうのがこれはこれまでと同じように
It's not even a launcher
速い下段ステータスのしゃがみステータスのものとかで、まあ
without the install,
あったと思うんですけど、
はい
例えばここに対してしゃがまを打つとかってことですよね。
without the power up. Oh, you can flow him. Yes.
こんな感じ
こんな感じでジャンステで避けられますよ。
はい、そういった、まあ、攻めの展開駆け引きが行われるようになる。
So I think
And so Hameko has mentioned that just in previous iterations that the handstand was a bit weak to kind of low, maybe trying to find that non-vulgar term, the crouch punch, I guess you could say.
これも負けちゃう。
But for this one, if you read your
Gotcha.
opponent doing that, you can then do that mid kick that he was just showing off.
is that a count hit launcher or
っていった
something?
感じで、まあ、マンジンガを貯めると、まあ、どんどんエディが強くな
Very
っていくので
specific
そこで
solution for
この技
a
が重要になって
So
generic
to get
stuff.
access to those tools, though, you want to power up the Manjinga level. So that means that you're going to want to use those kick combinations from Negativa that Nakatsu was showing.
はい、あとまあこの 1RKRK のハーボジアハイヤー一部ま
ターハーボジハヤ。
あはい
And then-
You got it from a combo though.
カポエラを
Yeah.
題材にした漫画でものすごく
And also a punish, I think.
これも非常に使いやすくなってます
And the particular move he's showing now is a down
Mid
back,
high.
right kick. It's a very famous capoeira technique. It's actually even featured in Batuka, which is a famous manga
It-
here in Japan.
it looks
that,
like a combo
covers
ender.
capoeira.
To me,
もうバトゥーキの話をし始めたら。
I love the install
結
is
構いろんな話が
it just took a few frames to finish,
そうなんですよ実際その
so
今回
it
キャプチャーして
won't
る
affect
Hey.
the pace of the game too much.
鉄拳のゲームデザイナーでありエディのカポエラの
But there's always some problem
まあ
with these kind of
まあ
characters.
ソッキー
If
とかバトゥーキの
if that neutral is too weak,
まあお知り合いで
you always need to spend time to get the power up first. It kind of boring at the first part of the game or before you got the power up, right? But if the neutral is too strong, then it's no point to focus on the power up. Yeah, there's some kind of
いいものを作りましょうってところで
contradiction of a simple character design.
はい。座りが
Yeah,
ー
actually kind of
ネガチ
a
ーバーになったのもこれも
uh,
それこそバトゥーキの
annoying mechanics for a Eddy player.
これでやっぱり知りましたね。座りというよりも。
はい
But it's good to have some different
So
stuff. Oh,
Hamiko's
they
just
still
really
got this
excited
one.
That, there's a lot of references that are similar to
Yeah, the launcher, the
Batuki,
mid launcher,
the manga,
and the
because, you know,
low
obviously,
sweep
both that
there.
author and our
From
team
the
is
relax.
quite passionate about capoeira and
Yeah, I love this
authentically.
relaxed transition.
And Nakatsu was just explaining
Looks
that one
so
of the game
cool
designers,
now.
Guerrero is his kind of nickname, I guess you could say. Sasamori, he's a game designer on our team who's very high-level capoeirista who has a connection with the author from that manga as well. And so you see a lot of the inspiration back and forth there.
はいでまあ結構まあ今ちょっとまあマニアックな話をずっとしてきたんですけど、まあエディって実際その蹴り技をたくさん 打ってるだけでも技がつながって
はい。
流れるように戦えて楽しいっていうのがやっぱり大事だと思ったので、
うん。
LK 連打していると逆立ちや座りを行き来して最後に万人レベル
You see that?
うんうん。
If you don't know how to block this kind of stuff, your
And so we went a bit in the weeds.
your
with all these
your
kind of fine
health
details,
just depleted in
but,
in a
just-
split
just to
second,
kind of overcap,
and
you can
everything is
see,
not
Eddie,
recoverable.
the
Fuck,
base
man.
is that he has these very flashy kicks.
And
that
all
you can
all
do
those
with just a similar
attacks
you
are
know,
mid.
simultaneous button press.
Jeez.
And they kind of flow together like a dance, right? And so it's very kind of satisfying for even beginner players who had their first time with Eddy.
なんで LK で
It's like just mashing a few buttons and then you can do all these kind of cool
出
shit.
る連携からネガティブに行くと。
でと。
で
People
そうする
will
と
frustrated
ネ
about
ガテ
these
ィ
kind
ブ
of
から出
stuff.
る下段攻撃で万人がレベルが上がる。
So Nakatsu is currently just pressing LK only. Two
LK
times
only?
gets you into the negativa stance, and then from there some more presses of the L kick.
Ooh,
The left
wow.
kick will complete the combo, and when he's finished, he gets a powered up Majinga.
はい。でまあ今ハメコがやってくれた
This
よう
is
に
LK LK all the time. Not 2222. Now it's 44444.
だけになっているのでミリバヒットから LK を連打
444
とまあ自動的に
Oh yeah, this is Katarina stuff.
って言ったらこういう楽しい
うん。
簡単なルートも用意してます。
And so it's quite entertaining just to he's very accessible and to have these attacks that flow naturally into these states, ending with the powered up Mandinga.
はい。なんでどういう例えばしゃがんでたとしても
Yeah, I think this is a very smart design
こういったルー
choices.
トに行ってくれて、まあ最後だけ LK な
Yeah,
ん
you
ですけど
can imagine that this kind of attacks is very weak against player who knows the matchups, right?
And then you can see repeatedly pressing the right kick as well will give you a succession of different kicks, following up with kind of that cartwheel. So you can see this is one of the things that made Eddy initially quite entertaining for people who are new to the game as well. So we tried to kind of keep that feeling to it.
結構なんで適当にこうパンチだったりキックを押してもなんか自動的にいろんな技がつながってそれっぽく動けるみたいな。
Yeah, I can foresee that there's a
残ってます。
tons of upsell of PlayStation 5
そうスペシャル
controllers
スタイルを使わないスペシャルスタイル。
because people will try to break it.
そんな感じですかね。
So
Mash the
it's quite,
four button a
entertaining
lot.
because even if you're not a Tekken expert, you can just kind of press different buttons and see what happens, and they all kind of come together in a really clean looking combo that looks like a dance almost.
まあ
I love
ここまで構えとそしてマンジンガっていうエディならではの要素を
はい。
伺ったんで、まあ
It's a blessing for beginners, so you don't need to remember too many
途中の
stuff
エディはまあ
to
どうな
はい
begin the character.
まずじゃあヒートを発動します。
はい。
So now that we've covered some of the basics of Eddy, I believe maybe everyone's kind of interested to see what he's like in heat state, right?
はい。で、まあ、ヒートスマッシュはまあこんな感じの技になってます。
うん。
So this is what his heat smash looks like.
でヒート中のエディは、
はい。
まあ、強化されヒート中にしか出せない技が2つあって、
はい。
まあ、どちらも
There are two moves that he can only do in heat state.
バナネイラもしくはネガティーバに行くっていうような、例えばこのヒート中に両キックと出せる
Oh.
この技ですね。
When you're in the heat state, you can do this one where he
これをガードさせて
transitions
も
to the
有利
banana.
で
はい。
ヒット時はコンボに行けると。
うん。
So
Oh, your combo starter.
on
Oh.
block, it transitions into the bananera stance, but on hit, you can follow it up with a combo.
なんで攻めやすくなってるんですね。なんでもう一つはヒート中に
はい
236RK で出せる。まあ、こちら上段の蹴り技から
If I fast move
そういう
into
ネガテ
the
ィブに行くような
relax,
技になっていて
nice.
Another one is if you perform a quarter circle forward and right kick, he performs
Quarter
this
circle?
kick.
なのでまあ攻めの起点になる強い技が2つ追加され
It's
る
a。high.
And so in the heat state, he gains access to two of these techniques that make it easier for him to go on the offense.
But it's not like a
はい。これは
he doesn't got any power up
この逆立ち
when he
は
activate
ゲヘイロ入
heat.
ってます。
ゲヘイロ
ゲヘイロエスプロズイボ。
はい、これ笹森君のまあそのリングネームみたいなものなんですけど、まあカポエラでいうとまあ戦士みたいな
うんうん。
意味の言葉でゲヘイロ入ってますね。
Hamiko is just a fan of the technique name. It's called Gehiro Explosive, I believe.
Gehiro.
Gehiro being the kind of the martial arts name of Sasamori-kun, who did the animation for this. And then Explosive was probably explosive.
で23のから系は
Looks
ハーボジ
very
ャーハイヤ
cool.
ーの強化版みたいな、
はい
ハーボジャーハイヤーリベラードって技
リベラード
And then quarter circle backward and right kick, I believe, is the technique that Hamiko was doing.
Love
I'm not going to
that.
try to pronounce the name.
はい今そういったのが、まあ、ヒート中
Everything looks much smoother than before.
So
Hi.
that's basically the options he has at his disposal in the heat state.
でまあそのエディのヒートのちょっと面白いところとして、構えからでも必ずヒートスマッシュが出せる。
あそうですね、
はい
そこは結構面白いところですね
逆立ちからでもヒートスマッシュ出ますし、まあ座り
はい
からでもヒートスマッシュが出る
でさらに継続できる、
と。さらに攻め分ける。
Another
Six
interesting
into
characteristic of
relax.
Eddy is that he has access to the same heat smash from both Bananera and Negativa stances. So you can continue up your pressure.
なので、まあ、ヒートとマンジンガレベルを上げることで、
はい
かなり変幻自在の攻めができるっていうのと、より優位な状況で、まあ、攻めながら戦うことができるのがエディの、まあ、今回新生カポエラの特徴になります、
So this kind of new version, the overhauled Eddy, is just got a focus on having these flowy techniques, with Eddy having many different options to try to open up your opponent and to have fun going on offense.
でここでちょっとそのヒートのエディのヒートで面白いなと思ったところが、
はいはいはい
他の鉄拳8のこういう強化を自己強化要素を持っているキャラクターっていうのは、
He looks like doesn't really rely on
そうで
heat
すね、
system too much.
まあレオとかもそうですし、なのでエディは全くそこは関係ないっていう。
そうなの独立してるんですよね、
そうなんですけど、まあさっき言ったようにその逆立ちから攻めやすくなる技を持ってるじゃないですか、このゲヘイロは。
はいはいはいそうです、
それがあるってことは
This
つまり
launcher is great.
マンジンガレベルを上げた状態にしておいて、ヒートを発動してこの使いやすいゲヘイロいったらガードしてもいいですか。
どうぞはい
これでこの攻めをいったらこっから崩せるっていう。
じゃ
Ah,
あ
this is
マンジ
cheap.
ンガを持った状態でヒートに行った方が強いんだよっていうのが、
はい逆立ちは崩せなかったのに、
はい
崩しの要
This
素を
is
持って
cheap.
強いっていう、
So what Hamiko is just trying to say is that a lot of the other characters that have some kind of heat mechanics that power them up, say Brian or Asuka, they have access to some kind of new techniques or some kind of powered up technique, right? Where Eddy, it's a little bit different because he has Majinga outside of this. So you want to maybe first get to the second stage of Majinga, and then when you're in the heat state, you have access to the heat powers, but also Majinga as well. To more easily open up your opponent.
まあなんでやっぱりそのまず最初にマンジンガを貯める。
間違いないです、
うん
そこははい
So first step, you want to power up the Majinga level.
Yeah, this is what Tom's talking about. It's kind of limited his playstyle a bit. It's like really
そういったのがセオリー
really
はい。
this thing between you know the character or you're just beginners to smashing 3 or 4 all the time
まあさっきもやっていたように、コンボからマンジンガのレベルを
is how to apply this kind of power up
なんかその辺がどう
as soon as
ただ
possible
その
when you
マンジンガに
get
こうち
into
ょ
the
っと
round.
エディが決めるじゃないですか、ポーズ。
はいはいはい
それでやっぱり置き攻めが
そうです
しづらくなるっていう、まあ、デメリットもあるように見えるんで。
そうですただレベル2まで上げちゃうとそのポーズが出なくなるんで
おお、
置き攻めがしやすくなる、
はいはいはいはいはい。
So Hamiko was just wondering about if there's some kind of demerit for Eddy doing that animation when he goes into the Majinga, which maybe for the first stage it is, but he stops doing that
これですよね。
animation
うん。
during the second stage.
溜まってないと、
溜まってないとマンジンがレベルを上げるところで必ず一回ポーズに挟む
なんで攻めづらいと。
はい
Yeah, this is what he think.
とはいえやっぱりどこで
Good thing about this one,
Manjinga
he can
を上げるのか
skip
っていう
the
のを
power up
含めて
animation
結
when
構攻めを
he
構
got
築
fully charged already.
楽しく
This is similar. This concept is similar to Claudio or Starburst.
なっていってもいいですか？
Yeah.
あ、どうぞ。
It's very high level of stuff
ちょっと待って
that's
エディ使いがすごい華やか
only
な
good players will consider these kind of options.
はい
So
But it's always fun
obviously, the
to
general
got
theory
these
is
kind
gonna
of
be
things to
you want to
explore,
power up
to
the level,
our experience.
regardless of that animation or not. And then that will kind of give you more access to your offensive strategies, and you're gonna want to kind of form your offensive structure accordingly. And Hameko-san wanted
This
to go
is
into,
a double-edged sword.
even more fine details. So I stopped him first to let you guys know what we're talking about, and then we're gonna proceed. He's very excited, as you can tell.
I mean, the design of this character is quite successful.
まあまずエディ
Just
っていうキャラクタ
on the
ー
paper
が
right now.
昔は言ったらそのトークキャラクター
Uh,
遠距離からまあ機動力バックステップの機動力をこう生かして
it looks simple enough for beginners to start
前に
with
来るところに
and feels complex for veterans like me.
はい。
There's a lot of things I can lab about
せこい
him,
キャラクターだったんですよ
nice stuff.
So you're saying that his strategy and probably the basic strategy for this character previous iterations was kind of from long range you want to tend to poke with the Faiska, the kind of round kick or other kind of long reaching techniques, and then when your opponent tries to rush in to close the distance, smack them with that elbow and fish for a counter.
These lows are game
ただ
changers,
今回そういった
definitely.
その今までにものすごい
Like a 4-4-4-3, a 4-4-4, and then also the homing high, homing mid. Oh, this also can transition into relax.
おそらくそういう戦術を使ってもそんなになんかそのパワーが出ない。
あ、そうですね。鉄拳7のような戦い方をすると、
はい
まあ今回の新生カポエラのエディの本来のポテンシャルを引き出せないような作りになっています。
まあ、例えばですけど、ごめんなさい、投げちゃう。
あ、どうぞ
はい。まあ、コトベラダがカウンターでも受け身取れる。
どうぞ。はい。
Mm.
はい。まあ、攻めることはできますけど、
So
ガッシュがされたりね。
what Hamiko's trying to say is that like the standard tools you used in the previous iterations aren't going to get you that much damage this time. Like the elbow he's just showing on counter hit doesn't lead to a combo, but your opponent can actually side roll. So if you want to use Eddy effectively, you want to adjust your strategies this time around.
Is I 13,
これ
14?
はもうダウンを奪えない。
I haven't noticed that,
うん。
but you can't got a full combo on that, so I think it's fine.
上段
はい
上段になってます。だから
Right?
しゃがんでると当たらない。
In Faiska, this
Oh,
double
this is the
kick here,
high.
Many Eddies used
Snow
to use as part of their
sidestep
offense,
Reaper Sword anymore.
is now a high attack, so you can duck it.
もちろん当たった時はコンボに行けるっていうのは変わらないですけ
I
ど。
mean,
So goes
this
the
is like a
combo,
card
okay.
shuffling. That's
ただや
all.
っぱ今までのよう
They
な
just remove some of the
離れた間合いから
key move from his previous game, so that you need to use
特にまあバックダッシュも
the new tools instead of the old
まあそこも
tools.
含めて、
Sidestep.
まあエディ
I
の
mean, this is
鉄拳7の時にあったような
smart. I
強
think
み
this
は
is
軒並み弱くなってますが、さっきからずっと
normal
紹介してきたよう
practice for
な
this kind of
今回のエディの
characters.
強いところはキャラコンセプトに合った状態で整理しつつ、
うん
新しいカポエラとして楽しめるようになってます。
And so just again, he's not like the poke heavy character that many people are used to from past installments. So you can't rely on those moves. But Nakatsu just mentioned that. Well, yeah, I mean we kind of drastically overhauled the character because we want to show a more streamlined character and such. He has more different ways of enjoying the character.
まあ、例えばファイスカも横移動から最初ぐらい出ないというか、そ
I mean, this is a
横移動のこうモーションが出てから出る。
そうですね。
うん。まあ、あと気になった点としては、エディってこの鉄拳のシステムの中の横移動のシステムがまあほぼ使えない、
うん。
避け性能が全くないキャラクター
でしたね。
だというのような認識なんですけど、
ただし
It's
今
totally
回も見ても
different,
らえれ
right?
ば分かるように普通に横移動横歩きが
普通に横移動します。
できます。
And so Hamiko was just saying one of the things he relied on was that it was really quick to do those kind of double spinning kicks from a sidestep, where the animation is a bit different this time around. It's a little bit slower on the startup. But that said, that's because Eddy has a lot more other improved areas, and he's been streamlined to be closer to the other characters. Like Nakatsu was showing off, the backstep is not that super fast backstep it used to be. But in return, he gets a better sidestep, which he didn't really have in past installments.
Improve the
こういったまあ
sidestep.
避けながら打つ攻撃も反撃がついたり
リスクが
リスクが伴うようになっていて、
Love this kind of
その軒並みやっぱり
changes.
強かった技は今回のエディではよかった。
Oh wow
There's
wow
risk
wow!
to some
Back
of
1+2
the
is not a
moves that
launcher
used to
right now.
evade and counterattack from previous installments.
バ
So
ルセロスも
But it's 30 frames,
いけなく
so
なっ
it's
てい
still
て、
kind of slow.
しゃが
Oh,
み投
but
げは入る。
はい
like this current attack he's doing now doesn't go into a combo
It's
like
not-
it used to, but you can follow it up with a crouching throw, etc.
はい、なんでこの辺は結構使用感が変わってると思います。
mm,
このし
nice.
ゃがみ投げも、自分はバトゥーキで見た
はい。
So
ビンガチーバですね。
ビンガチーバー
はい
です。
you're gonna want to kind of
Love the
reevaluate,
walking
the main
animations
techniques that are your
very
go-tos
much.
when you pick up this character for Tekken 8.
なのでまあ強くなったところはその今回の新生カポエラの部分の
うん
そのマンジンが含めた、
うんうんうん
バナネイラネガチーバの部分で鉄拳7で軒並み強かった、まあ、ちょっといわゆるローリスクな戦い方っていう部分は、
Mm.
軒並みちょっと弱くなっているので、まあ、その辺は使っていきながら、まあ、慣れていってもらいたいなと思います。
So Nakata,
There's a lot
Nakata's
of,
just reiterating that those kind of pokes and the relatively safe offensive tools you had before maybe aren't as effective this time, but
Yeah.
in return
Love
he's got
that.
A lot more, more high-powered attacks that are brand new for
That
this
down
one.
for one looks cool.
もう全体的にやっぱり何よりも
And the jabs,
本当に全部、まあ
it's like
直されてる
better than this one. I don't like the old jabs, like
カポエラの
chopping
サムル君のキャプチャーも
with like a
元の
girl.
素材がいいんですけど、アニメーター
It's
がかな
yo
り
yo
手を
yo
入
yo
れて
yo,
実
just
際ア
like
ニメータ
that.
ーのカポエラを習って
ああそうなんだ
カポエラの蹴りとは何だ
They said that they nerfed it a bit, like less fast, less speed than before the
も
backdash.
う自分の中でもう体得
So I
し
think
て
they
カポエラ
they
こうあるべきっていうところを
It's hard to tell from the showcase now, but I think
ハイ
there's
クオリティなものができてるんじゃない
we'll
かなと思い
we'll
ます
know
まず
it
見てそれを
very
感じ
soon,
ました
right?
すごくその
はい
モーションが
ちょっと
力強くなって
英語
Oh, this is
喋っていい
a plus move now.
So Nakatsu just mentioned the animation of these kind of free-flowing attacks have been completely redone, right? So it looks more natural and more realistic. And this is in part, because one of the game designers, Sasamori, is really high-level capoeirista, but also even the animators who, kind of they touched it up by hand after the motion capture. They actually did capoeira themselves to get a feel for
Oh,
what it's
really?
actually like and to make sure that it feels authentic in the game once they have their work completed.
もうコンボなんかも完全に
I
変わ
never
っていて
doubted the detail level of Tekken.
いっぱいできるようになり
Yeah.
ましたね
Wow, I love this combo though.
いろいろやってると思うんで後でまた見直して
Wow,
まあ使うときに参考にしてもらえればなと思います。
this is a counted launcher?
エディがねこう
No, it's not even a counted launcher.
覚えたと
こういったとこ
ろ
ろも強くなったんですね。
Wow.
And so Eddy, he almost has like a Majin attack.
Wow,
like,
what? This is a 15 frame launchers from
ここも LK を連
crouching?
打しておけば
not
What
Majin, sorry,
Jesus? Wow, I love this
結構
combo.
扱いやすいキャラにはなってると思
う
う。
ん
So he should be a lot easier to pick up and play than before.
Wow, this but this is a like counting combo?
はい。
はい
かなり。
Oh no, this combo is so sick.
So yeah, we really went into the weeds with these fine details on Eddy.
なんでまあ
I wonder how minus is
この
that
配信の
have
まあ
but
アーカイブをちょっと
minus
見直して
14?
もらったり、エディめんどくさい
Wow.
な、どうしたらいいんだろうっていうところもちょっと今いくつか詰まってたと思う、
はい
対応策
うんうん
含めて、
うん
まあ後で見直してもらいつつ、実際配信の時に楽しく遊んでもらえればなと思います。
So leading up to that update next week, for people who are looking forward to trying out Eddy, we'll help you check out the archive again just to kind of get some pointers. And for those of people who are dreading facing Eddy online, there's a few pointers in there for you too.
Wow,
So
that is
we'll
a safe
help you check it out
launcher
again.
from counter. It's just minus
他に何か気にな
18,
るとこありますか
minus 9, and it started from 18.
気になるとこしかないかもしれないけど。
どこまでやっていいのっていうその不安があっていやもう
まあまあちょっとプレイヤーに見つけても
そう本当にね
まあまあそうそうそう、なんでまあこれぐらいでもう十分多分ス
そうすごい
ペシャルというかもうお腹いっぱいでしょっていう
めちゃ
感じがするん
め
です
ちゃくちゃ作り込まれてますマジこのキャラ、
かなり新キャラに近い感じで、
本当に今までの エディを使ってる人がめちゃくちゃ混乱するぐらい、逆に本当にその一新されてるっていうか、プレイフィールが全然違う。
そうですね。
はい、本当に新キャラクターだなっていう。
So you know, we don't want to give away everything because there's still that kind of part of discovery that's fun for many players. But that said, you know, Hamiko was just mentioning it feels like a completely different character just because of how he's been reworked. So people who are veteran Eddy players are going to have a bit of a surprise, I think, when they pick him up.
これはちょっと日本の人向けになっちゃうんですけど、特にその今までエディ使った人は技表と技名を確認してほしいというか、
かなり変わってますね。そこも申請してます。
おそらくものすごい今というか、そのちゃんとカポエイラって何たるかみたいな、そういうその技名の部分も含めて相当な慣習があったんだろうなと。
そうですね。カポエイラの技名と、ポルトガル語の、我々のその認識してた発音との違いとか、細かいところも含めて、もう1からもう10まで全部見直して技名を付け直したりリニューアルしたりしたので、ぜひそこも確認してほしいですね。
日本語はね、英語とはまた別なんで。
はい。
ベンリンヘランパゴはもうなくなりました。
e スポーツ。
ベントヘランパゴに。
そうです。ただし略せばベンヘラ
です。そうですね。略せばベンヘラですね。
やばいね。
はい。
So yeah, we just hope that once we release the move list for everyone to check out, you'll have fun going through to see the changes. It might depend a bit on Japanese and English, you know, depending how much has changed wording-wise. But for the Japanese move list, they even updated a little bit more to make it more authentic towards the actual Brazilian Portuguese that the moves come from.
いや、あれね、俺が技カポエラを作って入れた時は、世の中にカポエラの資料なんかなかったんだよ。
ないですよね。僕鉄拳で知りましたもん。
だから俺が間違ってたわけじゃなくて、
なかった。
あれ大変だったの。
いやですよね。いや本当大変だったと思います。
マルセロ・ペリーラさんって師匠連れてきて、もう一個一個俺がだよ。だって当時通訳もいないから、俺が全部聞き取って。
そうなんだ。
そうだよ。俺が全部手作業でやったやつ。
そこから始まってるんです。
Harada was mentioned that you know, back in the day when they first made Eddy, there wasn't really many resources on Capoeira online. It's hard to find info. So it's basically Marcelo Pereira was the person who originally did the Eddy motion capture. He just came to the offices and without any translator or anything, Harada tried his best to understand what the master was saying. So.
そもそもゲヘイラ笹森もね、この間も言ったけど、彼は鉄拳のエディを見て、これ世界的にすごい多いんだけど、鉄拳のエディをきっかけにかっこいいって言ってカポエラを学び始めたんですよ、彼は。で、鉄拳きっかけなわけじゃない。そう、俺きっかけ与えたわけじゃない。
間違いないです。
なんだけど彼は入社していきなり俺に一言目、新入社員で俺に放った一言が、あれいろいろ間違ってますよ。
なかなか失礼ですね。
いやいや、お前そもそも俺がエディ作ってなかったらお前カポエラさんやっとらんかったやないかよ。
Just mentioning a little bit of background about the Sasamori, that like many people we've actually encountered worldwide, so many people come to Harada and myself and said I started doing capoeira after, you know, getting interested in Eddy. Sasamori is actually one of those people as well. So when he first he saw Eddy and he fell in love with capoeira and he started studying it. And then after that, he joined our company. And one of the first things he said to Harada when he met him was, you know, you messed up a lot of the info on capoeira in the game. And Harada was like, well, you need to sit down and shut up because
I think,
you wouldn't have started capoeira if we hadn't have put him in the game.
We should introduce a boxer into their company so that they can make a better boxer player. Because we don't like Steve right now.
鉄拳によってカポエラやってきた人が今エディをブラッシュアップし、プレイヤーとしてこう遊んでくれて、俺にも取材に来てた中津が今、
エディの説明をする
ディレクションして説明しっていう、こうなんかやっぱ30年の長い歴史を今自分的にも振り返って感慨深いなと思う。
25年前にコーラ1リットル僕の家に置いてたハメコが
Harada's just talking about the connections here is quite interesting because sorry, I'm trying to like corral these people because they want to talk Japanese the whole time. But so you're just mentioning how it's interesting to see these connections between everyone involved in the game over the 30 years. How, you know, Harada's been there pretty much close from the start, but then Sasamori becoming involved because his love of capoeira, and then eventually joined the team. Or Nakatsu, who used to be an average, you know, just Tekken player, and then a journalist who actually interviewed Harada in several instances. joining the team and becoming director, etc. And then also Hameko, who had that connection with Nakatsu before.
This is
either
a
of them
very
were more,
beautiful
professionally
story.
involved with the game. So I just see
Bunch
that's
of
kind
people
of,
that,
interesting
that,
to,
that
to see
love
looking
into the
back.
た
game.
だこれ俺
Let's make the
ずっとコメン
things
ト読んで
happen.
たんですじっと沈黙してる、もうちょっと気づいたんですけど、もうこの紹介の時点で、
はい。
もうすごいエディが強いと。
And the company that's allowed this kind of things happen allows a
So rather
producer
than,
to
なくしましょう。
He saw the comments.
do
that
whatever
everyone's
he
worried about
wants.
Eddie being OP, so he just decided to nerf him right now before release.
もうリリース前にね、ビフォーリリース。
どこが変わったのか。
I mean, they keep their promises, right? They nerf
How the
Asusena.
characters change is Hamiko, right? So
この下段のフレームが変わってるぞみたいな
そうか。
感じになっちゃいますからね。俺だけ。
obviously, he's kidding. I hope, right? Kidding.
いやまあそれ冗談ですけど、まあ
I can't wait to exploit
対応しにくいけど
everything about the new
エ
Eddy.
ディ
まあいますね。
三島使いは割と全然平気だったりするんだけど、苦手とするキャラもいますからね。
はい
ちょっとねそこは難しいかも確か
I mean, we realize some people are worried about having to learn how to fight against Eddy, and obviously it'll be different depending on who your character is that you choose as well. So
ちょっとですね、いろいろ書いてる僕のノート PC の充電がもうすぐ消えそうなんで、
Yeah.
ああ、
もうそろそろ締めようかなと。
すいません。
一個だけね、
はい
マンチンガの
うん
持ち越しの意味が分かんなかったらしいんだよ。
ああ、なるほど。
要
多分
要は
言った
1ラウンドも2ラウンドもいや結構ね分かんねえ
まあ多分ね説明がすごい難しくて、そう使い切り型とかそういうのでもなく、ラウンドのみです。
まあ2ラウンド目行ったらまたゼロ
またゼロに戻り
はい
ます。
それだけ言ってあげて、
はい
それはちょっと
すいません。
So I made this specifically clear in English that Majinka is just for that round, but just again for people who aren't paying attention, it's just once per round. So you power up your character. There's 2 stages: stage 1, stage 2. That carries through for the remainder of that round. From the next round, it resets.
Yeah, yeah. It makes sense, right? Otherwise, they should give them like 5 level of charge.
ぜひアーリーアクセス4月2日から触っていただける
Yeah.
と嬉しいなというところで、あと5分だけ皆さんお時間
はい。
ください。はい
It just
So,
lasts
that's
for a round.
Eddy in a nutshell. We're sure everyone's quite excited to get their hands on him, which you can do if you have that early access starting on the first or the second, depending
Yeah.
on the region.
Buy
but
the
please,
deluxe
5
version
more
now.
minutes, Esports Yasuda and I have a little bit more to talk about.
じゃあスライドをまたスライドに戻りますが、
We're going back to his famous
Early
PowerPoint.
access is a very smart way to
今
grab my
お話し
money.
したアップデートと、あとエディも含めて、テッケンワールドツアー2024 4月13日から開幕します。
And so that update and Eddy are going to be implemented into the game, and then we're going to be kicking off the Tekken World Tour.
おさらいになりますが、今年の、ワールドツアーグローバルのリーダーボードとリージョナルのリーダーボード、それぞれで、ファイナルに、進出するという、ものになります。
And just to recap, this is not new info, but there are 2 paths to the global finals this year. One being the global leaderboard in each region. I'm sorry, overall for the whole world, and then the regional leaderboard for each region.
はい。でグローバルの方は、マスタープラスマスターチャレンジャー道場、それぞれの、カテゴリーで、優秀な成績を収めていただければポイントが、獲得できて、それらの合算で、リーダーボードの上位のプレイヤーがファイナルに進出できます。
And again, as a recap, the global leaderboard will calculate your points in each of these categories: the Master Plus, Master, Challenger, and Dojo.
はい。で、リージョナルの方は、15リージョン、あるん
So
です
we
が
got、
もう各リージョンの
Central and South Asia,
が
Southeast Asia,
はい。
And so for the regions, the regional leaderboard, that
Korea,
is gonna be, comprised of
Japan,
15 different
Middle
regions.
East,
So,
Pakistan.
the top spot on each of these regional leaderboards will gain that entry to the global finals.
はい、
Hmm.
なので、少なくともこの時点で15人はファイナルに行くということが、確定しているということですね。
So at the
I'm
end of the
still waiting
season,
for the
the
prize
first place
pool.
of each of these 15
Yeah.
regions will gain their spot.
はい、
I hope there's 1 million
ファイナルどこでやるの
dollars
とか
for
ファイナルに
the
関しての
champion.
いろんな情報は
Otherwise, it's just
期日中にお知らせをいたします
not up to the standard
ので
right
ちょっと
now,
お待ちいただければと
right?
思います。
And we realize that you're still waiting on the info of how many spots from the global leaderboard are invited to the World Finals and where those World Finals will take place. We apologize for the wait and please wait just a little bit longer.
はい、ポイントこれ細かいんですけど、今年もうすぐですね、エボジャパン、
道場イベント
マスタープラスの大会開催されるんですが、今年マスタープラスの、ポイントがですね、
でかいですね
193位タイまで
わお
1ポイント、もらえますので、
すごい。
割とタイの方でも、
結構もらえるんですね
TWT ポイント
そうなんだ
がもらえますので、皆さん、はい、ぜひマスタープラス、エボジャパンですね、はい、
見えなかっ
これ
頑張
は
ってほしい
Okay.
はい。
So we have 193. Is everyone gets at least 1 point or more for the Master Plus category, which is the first one's going to be Evo Japan
800?
coming up soon next month.
はいで、これマスターイベントです、はいまあ、今年いろんなところで、開催するんですが直近、エボジャパン、4月に、開催があります。
And so for the master events, you can see on the current slide, we have various ones around the world, with the first one coming up at Evo Japan.
はい、今年どんな戦いが、まあ、かなり1000何人だったっけな、ちょっと忘れちゃいました。
400ぐらいだっけ、
はい、そうですね。はい。1200、はい、エントリー、はい、あり
まあ
ますので。
エボジャパンの鉄拳にしては結構集まってる方だよ。
まあ、そうですね。実は去年よりも下回ってるんですよ。
あ、そうなんだ。
これおそらく有料になった影響かなと。
なるほど
それ全体的にそうなの。
はい。
あ
いや、ですね、一方でストリートファイターすごい。
Yeah, I will also join the EVO Japan this year.
なので、鉄
So
拳
see you in
ももう少し欲しかった
Japan
なと思ってるんですが、
through my
まあ
stream.
まあ日本はなかなか難しいじゃないですか。
Well, you know, we're quite excited to see what happens with all the competitors coming out to Evo Japan this year. I believe it's 1,200 and something, which is a slightly.
I think
down
this
from
is a
last year,
smart
but that
choice
might be
to
just because,
address
this year, I think, is
the
first year Evo's charging admission. For
also
their
stand up
so that might have
problems
something to do with it.
before the big
That
event like
said,
this.
Street Fighter is going to be amazing
Yeah.
too, right? 4,000 and some players. So this year's Evo Japan is going to be amazing, and we'll hope you all tune in.
はい。まあぜひ皆さん会場行かない方の。
I wonder how many register
おそらく
in
お子さんとか出るんじゃないかな
for
Maybe even,
Tekken.
we'll see Hamiko on the stream there. for the-
おそらく出る
はい
と思い
はい
ます。
まだ決まってない。
もうおそらくまあ発表はされてないんですけど、多分
発表されてない
俺がなんかやらかさない限りは
you can't
出られるのかなと。
There's a good
Challenger
possibility
events.
if he doesn't mess up and do something he's not supposed to.
はいでチャレンジャーの方も今年はですねマダガスカル
Those are smaller events.
マダガスカル鉄拳。
I think UFA also
リージョンも追加になってますので、まあそういったところでどういうシーンが生まれるか。
event that people watch a lot.
Challenger events this year are quite interesting as well, with some new additions. Most notably,
Every
Madagascar, but I
major-
believe we also have a few countries in South America there, such as Brazil.
I remember that they no, I heard that the C major that's
Mexico.
中南米ですね。
for
で
South Asia
ちょ
is
っと
cancelled
時系列前後する
or is not
が
is
エボジャパンの
not
前週
included into
4月
challenger
20日に
events.
チャレンジャーの大会
Yeah,
エレクト
it's
リック
kind
フラッ
of
シュ
like
がカナダで開催されます。
I kind of
Evo
sad.
Japan, we're actually going to be having Electric Clash. Is going to be the first Challenger event, so we'll hope you'll check that out.
はい。そして道場
Yeah, maybe I can stream that.
すでに道場の申請始まっておりまして、まだモデレーション中の大会もたくさんあるんですが、もうすでに
Yeah, you can find this kind of information easily from TEKKENWorldTour.com or even Start.gg. Most people use Start.gg to
And we're very excited to see the
held-
interest in the
to
dojos as well.
held
We've already
them,
opened up applications.
trial tournament
We've
right
received,
now.
50 or 60 so far. Some are still currently in review, but we're quite excited to see these.
だってあれでしょ、マダガスカルとかってマダガスカルのほとんどの県で
そうなんですよ。
大会やる。
I'm still waiting for the
マダガス
price
カル全土で。
あれ
of the champion.
さっきお話したリージョナルリーダーボードは、
Yeah.
そのリージ
They
ョンの中で
have
開
been
催された
avoiding
道場大会でしか
Avoiding
ポイントを獲得できないんですよ
to announce anything about that.
そうです。なので、おそらく
That holy
南アフ
grail
リカ
of
リ
the
ージョン
challenge.
から出すために
I really hope that they
マダガスカルの人たちが
can give us some information later.
すごいんだよね。
So, you know, we're quite interested to see that there's been a lot of submissions from Madagascar and just like all over that country. And you know, this is tied directly to the format this year, in which the regional leaderboards are tied to the dojo. So that's the only way that you'll gain points for your standing on the regional leaderboard. So I guess they're trying to get to the top of their leaderboard.
はい、TO と、プレイヤーが一緒に盛り上がりながら、自分たちの地域から代表選手を出すっていう、また新たな、そこでドラマも生まれるんじゃないかなと思っております。
It's just such a satisfying thing to see, though, that not only the TOs but their player bases are all together, very excited about the tour and to trying to have as many dojos as possible so that they can get their players into the global finals at the end of the year.
ということでおさらいになるんですが、4月の2日に3回目のアップデート、そして5月にまた4回目の、アップデートありますので、まだまだ、鉄拳と楽しんでいただければなと思っております。
So you can see this is a recap of the things coming up. So we had that second update at the end of February, the next one coming up early April, quite soon, and then a more in-depth balance adjustment coming in May after EUA Japan.
あと4月2日のアップデート入っちゃうと、今鉄拳ファイトラウンジで鉄拳ショップかで、
Oh, you need to get it before the patch.
ユニクロのコラボ T シャツのアイテムが
So if you haven't claimed these kind of free customization yet,
鉄拳ショップでぜひ、はい、これ今週末
yeah, you need to claim it before the patch. Otherwise,
just a quick reminder, if you haven't checked out the Fight Lounge yet, go on there. We have that cool collaboration with Uniqlo, the UT stuff, where you can get
I need to
free
take
T-shirts
it.
for some of the
I
characters.
haven't taken it yet. I think.
And also
Maybe
an
not.
item there for your avatar as well. These will be leaving the shop.
I'm actually
they're free. Again,
dressing
you
this
get them for the
T-shirt.
shop, but they're free. But they'll be unavailable when the game
The
updates
Tekken 8
next week.
T-shirt
So please
from Uniqlo.
log in, go to the Tekken Fight Lounge this weekend and get those items.
はい、
Ooh.
そしてちょっと告知になるんですが、レースレコードさんからですね、鉄拳8のサウンドトラックのレコード、アナログレコードですねが発売になります。でこれ受注開始が4月4日なので来週ですね、で発売日が8月予定になっております。
And so next, we just wanted to show off some of the merch coming your way. We have vinyls from Lace Records, which, you know, we were partnering with them for 7 as well. But they're going to be releasing the 8 soundtracks. And this is, they're starting pre-orders, I believe, on the 4th, is it, of next week, right? And so shipping worldwide, 42 track, 5 disc, all on vinyl. So we hope you'll check this out.
2種類あって、これ5枚組の完全版、あともうが、はい、一部の曲を収録した2枚組の2種類ありますので、皆さん、ぜひご興味ある方はどちらか、もう両方でもいいですけど、はい。
So you can see there's 2 different sets available. One with the 42 track set, and then a 2 disc set that's the 18 the main tracks, as you can see in the picture. So you can select whichever one appeals to you more. Yesterday Esports is hoping you'll buy both, but we'll see.
はい。そして、直近、はい。これ鉄拳ワールドツアーの2024のスポンサーにもなっている
Chipotle collaborations? What's it, Chipotle?
チポトレさんとの鉄拳とのコラボの何か大きいキャンペーンが開始されるということで、これ4月8日にチポトさんの方からアナウンスがありますので、ぜひ皆さんご注目いただければなと思います。ただ対象が、はい、北米と
What is Chipotle?
北米かつ、PS5 と Xbox で、
コンソールだけ、
はい、コンソールですね、はい、鉄拳8楽しんでいただいている方のみの対象となりますので、配信ご覧いただいている方で、北米以
It's
外
a
の
taco shop.
じゃあ俺は対象が
What kind of collaboration is that?
So,
They have mentioned it
just
multiple
another quick
in
reminder,
multiple
this is,
occasions.
Cool little campaign we have going on with Chipotle with details coming soon. But they're actually a sponsor for the Tekken World Tour for 2024. And we'll be releasing more details on this. But if you're in North America and you are an owner of the Xbox Series SX or PS5, then this might apply to you. So
Oh wow, that's far away from me, from us. So it's a taco shop. They are sponsoring the Tekken World Tour event,
And we're finished with
and
Yes's famous
that shop is only available in US, so it's quite far away from us. Anyway, it's good to know.
ということで
If there's more spotlight from
Two hours slide.
different businesses, it really helps the game to develop in different kind of
アップ
marketing,
デートありますから
right?
ね
そうですね。
はい皆さんぜひ楽しんでいただければなと、はい思っておりますので引き
So
続
a
き
lot of
はい
stuff coming to be excited for. We hope that everyone is looking forward to the update and Eddie Gordo coming next week.
Nice.
また
Uh, 2nd of April, that is very fast, very soon now, right?
しているんですが、はい
We have a vague feeling that perhaps we'll
Tuesday.
see everyone again
Next
sometime
Tuesday.
around the Evo Japan time frame.
Right after the Easter
皆
holiday.
さんぜひ現地もしくは配信でお会いできればなと思います。
原さん、エディ使いでエボジャパン参戦だったりとか。
6000万
どうしようかな。
Why don't they release the character during the
締め
holiday?
切ったっけ
Oh, maybe
はい
maybe that's
I was just
actually
joking, maybe we'll see,
less sales during the holiday.
Harada using Eddie at Evo Japan, but I think they already closed the registration, so too bad.
パッチノートは今日行け
I think there's always a spot for Harada to
まあ
play in
配信
Evo
終了後ま
Japan.
た
いけそうだという雰囲気ですね。
X の方で
はい。
アナウンスしますのでぜひ楽しみにしていただければと思いま
So
す。
please keep an eye on the official X account, as we'll be letting you all know when we'll have the patch notes available for the coming up patch.
これパッチノートって昔アーケード時代は、アップデートのニュースを出すとやり控えって言ってインカムが下がったんです
はい
どのゲームも
確かにそうですね。
ありとあらゆるゲームが
そうですね
最近それはないん
ないですね
うん
むしろ鉄拳8が出るって言ったら、鉄拳7のアクティブめちゃくちゃ上がりました
上がったまま下がんなくてみんな
そうそう
7をずっと遊んでるから困るんですよ。
それはねまた別の問題があるんです
お前
よ、ね、
あれ全員来たら俺は売り上げ倍増やで、
そうなんですよ
みんな買ってないでしょ PS5
その規模で鉄拳7まだお客さん残っているのは
So yeah, Rod was just mentioning that you know back in the day. In the arcades, when they would announce they were going to do some kind of an update, people would stop playing until the new game or new update or whatever came out. But it's quite interesting to see that doesn't happen this time. And even yesterday, Esports was mentioning how Tekken 7 user base, you know, the active users, has increased after Tekken 8 release, which is crazy. So it's
What the
interesting
hell?
to see these kind of things happen and how the times have changed.
ありがたいですよ
Why people go back to Tekken
浮気
7
してないってことですか
when we have the
浮気はして
Tekken
ないですねどう
8?
見てもあの人数
もう嬉しいですよ。
あの人数とあの時間はちょっと異常だよね。
すごいですね
7相当
僕らも
遊んでくれてますね。
想定外でした、ね、
Sincerely, thank you. It means you're not cheating on Tekken with other games. So we're quite happy to see you guys stick around.
まあでもいつか鉄拳8に来てくれることを祈りながら我々は頑張って運営をしていきますので、
ほとんどのその理由がやっぱり PC の買い替えと、あと PS5 をまだ実は買ってません
そうですね
っていう理由なことは分かってるんですけど、
なるほど
環境ですね
It seems maybe some of the people are still hanging on for Tekken 7 there and not made the transition to the new game yet. Maybe they don't have a PS5 or they're waiting to upgrade their PC for various reasons, it seems. But we're waiting. So we'll see you there.
鉄拳のために買ったって
そうですね
いう人もいる
そうですねいやすごいありがたいですしまあそういう方がたくさんいないと今の鉄拳8の状況って作れない説明できないと思うの
今
で
相当売り上げだけは本当にありがたいことにいいので、もうコメントでもありましたけど、もうちょっと国内俺ら頑張んなきゃいけないね。
So thank you sincerely to everyone who did purchase Tekken 8 and are supporting us with the Tekken World Tour, etc.
頑張っていきましょうここは
Yeah. And
I
those of you
still
in
need to
Japan,
know
if you
the
could
price of the
purchase the
champion.
game and play with us, that would be great because there's still some room for growth there in Japan.
ちゃんと調整とかいろんなことやるのでとにかく皆さん楽しみましょうもう
いやそうなんですよ
もうSNS に書いても書かなくても調整はしますからもう大丈夫なんで 安心して楽しんでく
なんか
ださい。
言いたいことありそうな感じ。
はい、まああるんで、もう言いたいことたくさんあるんですけど、まあでも我々はもう前向いて頑張るしかないと思ってるので、
そうでもね、今最近やっぱりこう開発の中でも対戦がかなり盛り上がって出社が増えたんで、アーケードキャビネットみたいな筐体にみんな座って
They
対戦して
still talking about
ああこうでもない
arcade in Japan.
昼休みとか
Yeah,
楽しんで
but I
モチベ
think
ーションすごい高いん
this
ですよ。
franchise
なんで開発メンバー
is
だったり
already
チームも
moved on
しっかりこのエディ
from the
本当にこ
local
う
arcade scene, right?
ぜひね、
そうですね
And
一緒に楽しみたいと思います。
Nakatsu just
Yeah.
mentioning that obviously we just released the game and we're still hard at working on making these adjustments and improvements, additions, etc. So we're doing this regardless because we really love the game and we want you guys to have the best experience. It's not a knee-jerk reaction to someone complaining about something on some forum. It's just we're looking objectively at the game and we want to make it the best experience possible. So, and even the team, I don't know in your respective countries, but in Japan, COVID's wrapped up quite some time ago. Everyone's heading into the office more. Everyone's really surrounding the cabinets in the office, playing Tekken 8 and having a good time with the game while making these adjustments. So everyone involved really loves this game, and we hope that you do too.
まだまだやれることたくさんあると思いますので、はい、引き続き頑張っていければなと思っております。じゃあ今日はもうこれでしましょうか。はい、はい、ないですね。言い残したことないですね。大丈夫ですね。
大丈夫かな。
珍しい
オンラインプラクティスできるよね。
オンラインプラクティス今検証して
オンライン
ますね。
プラクティスもうすぐっていうか今もう作ってるんで、はい。
So it seems like Nakatsu's actually been testing out some of the new online practice features. So hopefully we'll have more info for everyone on that coming soon. But stay tuned.
あとやってることというよりかこれもう本当ここの2人だけの間で別にそのアップデートを約束するわけでも全くないってこと前提だけど、例えばね回線抜かれた時とかに
そうですね。
こうさ画面止まっちゃうじゃん。でなんかじーっと待たなきゃいけなくてみたいな、あれをね瞬時に AI とかもしくはそのもう
CPU だったり
もうお仕置きモードで相手を強制的に、まあ、相手はもうペナルティ与えた上でこっちをプレイ継続できるこれでも実は裏ではできてはいるんですよ。
なるほど。
だからそしたらてめえこの野郎抜きやがってってボコボコにしてさらにこっちも一応ポイントもらえるみたいなね。
なるほど。
そういうちょっと
いろいろこうなんか
ゲーム的に面白く解決しようと。
So,
問題になってる要素をね。
おそらく大体の場合もその時点で相手多分 KO 書くまで行ってるんですよ。
ですね。
昨日も俺も抜かれたんですけど、
はい。
KO 書くまで行ってる。
ちょっといいですか？みんな気になると思うんですけど。
いやもう話しなくていいです。
いいですか？いい。
どうぞ。お願いします。
So, just trying to catch up everyone Harada's mentioning, and there's just a lot of cool stuff that comes up organically, talking to Nakatsu and maybe about how to, make the experience better when someone disconnects from you, not only to give them a penalty, but also to let you kind of beat up a virtual version of them for the continuation of the match and give you that win, etc. So just, some kind of free-flowing ideas, nothing that he's promising. It's just, they're still looking into a lot of different cool features of the game to make it a better version of itself. So stay tuned, and we're not just sitting back having cocktails or anything like that. We're still hard at work at the game.
さっきのは俺のアイデアなんだけど、中津はもう一個面白いのやってて、いやこれ多分入んないけど、切断されたらこれ実際画面もできてたね。そのバーッと CPU のムキムキマンが
ムキムキマッチョのスキンヘッド集団が4人出てきて
めっちゃ現れるんだよね。現れて
相手をこう
ボコって走り去っていくって
さーって帰っていくみたいな。
めっちゃシュールな
エディのレイチャーツみたいな。
仕様がある
みたいな。
そういうのも一応あるけど、
これできたら
あれはあんまよくない。
これできたら面白いけど、それを見たいがためにね切断するみたいな。
面白いから抜くやつが現れるんですよ。
So
They
were just mentioning they just they try a lot of stuff just to see what happens. In the dev build, and Nakatsu made this version where when someone disconnects, you get these four
The
like
choice is
very
fine,
muscular people come up on stage and start beating the crap out of their character.
唔使啦，出去
But
抌啊嘛
it。was just so entertaining that people might disconnect on purpose just to see that, so they ditched that idea.
まあとにかくそうやって楽しくいろんなことをみんながこう、楽しくプレイできる快適にできる こと
例外
はもう常に考えて、
例外や。
裏でずっとやり続けて、
But what he's trying to get at is just, you know, they're testing out all kinds of various ideas, both entertaining and more functional as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to see what we can show you next time.
まあまずは切断同士の韓国マッチが
そうですね。始まりますね。
始まるんでね。
First off is the Plugger Purgatory coming soon.
Plugger
So yeah, please look forward to that.
鉄拳ワールドプラガトーナメントですね。
そうですね。
新しい。
はい。
はい。
ということで、
本当に終わるよね。
はい、もう終わりましょう。終わりましょう。もう終わりましょう。
もう4日後にエディ出ちゃいます。
はい、そうです。まあ来週から。
4 days
はい
until Eddy. Look forward to it if you have the early access.
来週から皆さんぜひ楽しんでください。
ぜひ楽しんでください。
はい。
うん。
ではでは、今日はこれで終わりにいたします。
Alright.
ありがとうございました。
That's it for this
はい
broadcast. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so
また。
バイバイバイバイ。
oh, we can look at the trailer once again. Yes, let's see that. What kind of instrument is that?
Você vai ver o melhor da capoeira.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Coração ardente, mas cabeça fria.
Eddy Gordo.
He block. He enter the relax.
It's game over for you.
Why they have special intro?
Impiedosa como sempre.
Is there any connections between them in the story? I think the music is cool. Nice.
Hora de fazer valer a pena. Os ventos da vitória estão a nosso favor. Esse é o último jogo. Ninguém me segura.
Nice. April 1st. Yeah, I need to check out the time of it.
Não vou perder.
So let's do a quick wrap up here for the Tekken talk for today. First thing they mentioned that is that they are doing something with cheaters. They are beginning to ban some accounts that have suspicious activity online, including modding, including plugging, and also harassing people from the Tekken launch, which is great, right? And then I think, and then they released the new updates for 2nd of April. You can see that there's like kind of big patch notes from the developers. It's like 4 pages of a PDF. They will announce it through X later. So we got some quality changes. It's like they really address the issues of Asus Center running 3.2. which is like a lot of people complaining about it right now. So I think it is a very smart choices to remove that move before the big event like Evo Japan happens. So so you will have the patch on the 2nd of April or 1st of April. It depends on your regions. And then finally, we got the announcement of Eddy as well. They will drop in the character on 4th of April. But if you purchase the deluxe version already, you can get access of this character on 1st of April. You can still upgrade your game right now. So this is still time for it. I'm kind of surprised that they will drop in Eddy before Evo Japan. But I think for most developers, the consideration of dropping a new character is not depends on professional players who attends to tournaments, but for casual players, 90% or 99% of the player base that who enjoy the game. So that's kind of a good thing. Not focusing on just professional, but casual players. They also talks about a lot of Eddy stuff. So there's a whole hour long that's showcasing the basic of Eddy, how it changes in Tekken 8. It's really good. You can check them out. I can from my life or from their life. So and there's a Tekken World Tour announcement at the middle of April, I think. So I think I will stream it as well. Let's see how they make the event. Maybe not. And then finally, there's a what was it? Yeah, I think that's all of it. So stay tuned. We will have more Tekken 8 news and update coming up. I'm definitely going to do a complete guide about Eddy Gordo, because people are kind of scary about this character for a long time. So it's good to teach people how to play him as well as how to defend against him. So makes people less frustrated about this character. So see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. I will keep streaming some Tekken after this stream. Yes. So here we are. Let's me take a break. I'll show some kind of gameplay here. I'm actually lapping Eddy. No, I'm actually lapping Draenor quite a lot right now. So yeah. But let me show you. Let me put it here first. I'll be back for some gameplay. My replay and tips. Can I loop my replay all the time? Yeah, let's play this. So yeah, I will be back after the break. See you guys soon. And then what's the setting here?
Round one. Fight.
All right.
Fight. Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight. Final fight.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight. Round four. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Hello, we just finished the stream. So, what's now? I should finish my homework about my about frame data of Adrianov, right? I should finish that. You guys can accompany me to finish the the homework.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, but I think I will do Eddy breakdown on coming Wednesday, even though the character will drop in like Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, but I think I can do that.
Round one.
Catch the moment, right? Anyway, so we'll have some game now. Yeah. Let's play some online games. Why it interact with each other. I hate this kind of. Lock this, lock it in. What I'm going to do, put a cam pad on. Okay. Maybe I can play some casual with friends. Also, I have all the food. Yeah. So let's stream till we got the food. Turn to the main menu. Maybe not. I should probably finish my homework first. Yeah. Let me show you. This is something I'm working all day. Is the like a complete fam data of a character. Yeah, it doesn't show on the map like that. Ah, I'll show you through this actually. Like cheat. I'm doing a frame data about Claudio, about Dranov. Yeah, it's halfway through. It's just like it is still normal moves, but it's like already 75 74 entries already, and I'm still at back 4 or something. That's a long way to go, but this is how I learn Tekken. I lab everything like this, put it all together, so this is more systematic. And actually save your time, to be honest. It's like, oh, you can vividly know how to play a character against a character, right? But if you do it like this, it's actually give you like a systematic way to learn the character, and then once you've done it, you will always remember that. So it's actually save your time in the future, in the long run, right? Maybe I can show this window as well. So it's like, it's interesting to watch it. Is it? I don't know, actually. Is this an interesting way to watch a streamer to do their homework? I don't know, but I can put it here. So in case you guys are interested on how I lab a character, I can talk less and then just show you how I did that. So let's see how I can put it on my screen and then window capture. Yes. So text bar. Is it what? RAM data? Yeah, this is what I'm working on. And then a smaller game window. Oh no, this is not the game window at all. Game window, where's the game window? Right monitors, right? Yeah, make it smaller. Usually I don't do it on stream, but it's just a occasion that I'm not. I don't want to go into a all-night fight or something. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for my dinner.
next battle.
So what move we are on now? So my practice is that I will save this position. No, I will like record this status because I can quickly going back and forth from the wall and the neutral position. This is the wall position. Every time I do the reset button, I will put me in there here, and then I just press the reproduce button, which is L3 on default. And also when I'm labbing character, I use a PS5 controllers, which is kind of easier for me. I don't need to like grab my joystick to put it in my on my lap. Yeah, it kind of like a process. So, and then I also got my laptop here. Actually, I'm typing on it rather than switching back and forth from my Google Sheets and the game. It's safe sometimes. Yes. And then what else? Okay, yeah. Then I got two positions here. One is here, and then one is the neutral positions. And also, please follow this setting. You really want him to stand still, so you can space it out when you lab a character, and then block all so that you can test it without going test the block frame and the hit frame without going back and forth the menu too many times. Throw escape is optional. Sometimes I do it, sometimes not. Okisami, I kind of know how the character react to moves. So big back quick roll is easier to handle because it doesn't go too far away. So I can have an idea how the character wakes up on that. And then what else? Yeah, this is how you test. Like, you got a jab is +8, and then you jab it again. The character will block it, so you got the hit data and block data. And then also I will map my controller with a key charge button, which is on the LB of my controllers. Oh no. Confirm exit. Okay. Shit. This is what I call LB. Yes. Confirm exit. Okay. So I can key charge it then. So I don't need to go back to the menu. Then I can actually lab the main features of a move, which is like let's say 1+2 while sending 1+2, so I can get it like down jab, and then I know it's -14 on block now, it's on hit, it's knockdown, and then it do nothing on counter hit because I have a key charge button, so it do nothing on power, and also what it react to on a wall status. Yeah, I get all the information just by clicking it. No need to go back to the menu again. And finally, there's a final tips here, is that you can search. You can put the move list into your main screen by pressing Y here, or the two buttons on your stick, which is default button. It's like, if I want to lap this move, like back 1 2, yeah, I know I'm keep track on what I'm doing here, and then I can press tap the I can press the touchpad button and then press LB or RB to move on to the next move. Ooh, what the hell? Doesn't work? Why? Ah, yes. Yeah, tap and hold it so I can change the move. Yeah, another way to save your time, doesn't go back and forth into the what I call it, menu here. Using practice mode. Oh. Okay, so where am I now? Right now, I'm at back 4. What's the where's the back 4 now? Oh no. This is back 3? Okay. They lab it already. This is the back 4 series. Back 4 2 done. Back 4 2 1 plus 2. Oh, back 4 2. Oh. Back 4 2 1. This is what I need to put here. Back 4. Oh, that block is back 4 2 1. And then this is a mid high string. How what's the frame on it? There's a +1 on block, right? +5 on hit. Okay. And there's 14 frames. +1 on block. +5 on hit. How about counter hit? What's the deal on that? So this +14, I think it's guaranteed something, right? Looks like it's guaranteed something. Let's see. Let's try it now. Back 4 2 1. Oh no. Back 4 2 1. No. 4 2 1. Oh, it's guaranteed a 14 frame Punisher. How about a grab? Is it counted at crouching? Oh no, you have to do it like this. 2 1. No. Oh, it counted as full crouch. Oh, I see. So it force crouch. And then also guarantee a follow-up, like it force crouch. First, it's NCC. Is it NCC from the first hit? No, I don't think so, right? This is NCC from the first hit. Oh, Jesus Christ. I know why people can't duck that. So this is the NCC from the first hit. Shit. This is insane. FC on CH. So it guarantees a back 4 3 or a mid throw. Let's say down 1 plus 3. Oh. Here we are. Down 1 plus 3. Great. I also have like, but you can stab it, like stab it to the right to avoid it. Yeah, I kind of remember that you can size that right. Tracks to SSL. SSR to avoid. You also have remarks behind that. So it's a good way to remind yourself the property of the moves, because moves in Tekken is kind of complex, right? So this is back 4 2 1 plus 2. This is a mid grab. Mid. Okay. One count at 14 frames. Let's back 4, 2, 1, 2. Back 4, 2, 1. It's 14 frames. I think this is also a heat move. I can categorize it as a it's 40 frames. I will categorize it as a heat move, and then it is what do I call it? What the frame on it after it broken? It broken? Need to back. Pro escape. You can't break that? Oh no. Because I turn it wrong. So I'm minus 5 after that. Breakable by 1 plus 2. There's candy and then candy. Oh. I think I can copy that. Put it here. During heat, it is unblockable. Yeah. Same stuff. Put it here. Do 14 frames. And then this is NA because it's not breakable. But still, you can break the follow-ups after that. Then it break by 1 plus 2. This is unbreakable. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think this is. Yeah, I can't. I think I already covered all. So this is the move that's we use tons of it. Is back 4-3, right? Back 4-3. So this is a mid high, the 14 frame Punisher. How minus is that? It's -9 on. So this is a knockdown move. So this is on block, this is -9. On hit, this is knockdown. I know there's nothing special with count hit properties. And 35 damage. Fancy. 35 damage. Nope. 35 damage as an NC. It wall splat. It is a hit dash launcher or not? I don't think it's a launcher, right? Let's try it. Oh, this is a hit dash launcher. Fuck, man. So good. No wonder why people said that he's so broken. And this combo is really sick. To be honest. Oh, do you see that damage? 88 from a 14 frame Punisher if you got hit. If you activate hit at a wall, this is insanely good. Fuck, man. So I put it as a HE. Yes, we got it. Cool. Next stop. I think we got this already. At 1 plus 2. Ah, this is the plus move. Start up 22. At 1 plus 2. submit. 22 frames. It's +6 on block. And always knockdown. It's also have a follow-up. Nice stuff. You can actually follow up with a down back 1+2 or down back 3 for hold now, the spec sweep, or the down 3+4. I think this is better because it gives you better Orki. -10. That give you better Orki. Yeah, both of them are tag rollable, I think, when you hit them on the ground. They tag roll, and then you got this interesting animations. Oh, so this one do more damage, but it will put the character far away from you. Instead, this give you a better Orki. Good to know. Okay, so it's also guaranteed a knockdown here. Yes, I know. Is there any cheap damage for that? No. Is a power meat? It was that? No. Can it wasp that? Let's try it. No, it doesn't wasp that. Cool. So no special properties here, but you can follow up with down 3+4 or down back 3+4, and then it. I know this move doesn't track at all. Yeah. So but the best way to avoid it is sidewalk, SW, both way. Okay. Yes. Ooh. So what this? Oh, this is the punch parry. How mine is that on block? It's -2 on block. Fuck. Yeah, I always fall for that. This is a high. It kind of slow. It's like 28 damage, and you get the guarantee follow up after that. Oh, you can do that as well. Jeez. You can finish it with down. Jesus Christ. Such a broken character. It's now at 28 frames. Can I get a combo from that? Yeah, you can get a combo from that. Maybe some weird angle that you can get a whisplat from that. Nice stuff. It 28 frames. On block it's only -2. On hit is a knockdown, which guarantee a follow-ups. Cool. Punch parry. Punch parry. Hello. The punch parry. Okay, so if you wanna test how to punch parry, you can. Oh, you need to do that. My method is that you turn on punish. Left on punish screen, there's down one, down forward one. You know the move, right? So and then set it to block all. So the character will react to your move after they block something, right? It is the same animation that I can guarantee a no follow-ups. Jesus Christ. Kind of slow here. Jeez, man. This is insane. You got a punch parry, and the move itself is also guarantee a knockdown follow-ups like this. Such unfair. Not There's no other character can do something like this. This is really unfair, right? Contrary, can follow up. But I don't wanna like test the frame on the punch parry window. Yeah, I can do that, but I don't think it worth to do it. Yeah, just need to know that it's active like after. Can I activate it after -9 or something? After 7, no. After 3, yes. This one still okay. So good move. I shoot. It took longer to activate. It feels like 6 frames or something. But it's still very strong. Cool. So back 3+4 is done. I wonder what is the next. Up back. Oh, this. +9. It should able to count. Oh no. How about this way? I think this is different, right? What the hell? Oh no. I can stab that, but it doesn't count as a counter hit. I think that's a special properties after it got a counter hit. Yeah. Wow, this is a launcher. This is actually a counter hit launcher. I thought this just knocked down before, but now it's a counter hit launcher. Great. So this is up back 2, which is a high with evasive properties. It start up at like 20 frames. It's not very slow. I mean, I think it's usable, and it's only -5. Good to know. And then on normal hit it's +9. It's a launch itself. Nice stuff. Got why it jumps them. Evasive properties or what? Say that. SSL. Evasive property. Hey. Hello, Max. How are you? I think Drag needs some buffs. Really? You are those people? You know, if you talk too much about buffing certain characters, you got banned. Okay? If you talk too much about buffing Dragunov, and then you post a boob photo, and then you will got banned from some group. Okay? So don't do that. For your own for your own safety, huh? Up back to. I'm actually waiting for my dinner, so that's why I do such kind of lame stream. I don't want to play the game yet. Yeah. Welcome to Drop By the way. I'm really excited about the new update. I think it's kind of cool that. Oh, this is unblockable. Oh, I got my food. You know what? don't know why people watching here right now. Maybe I can stream later tonight. Yeah, I really need to finish this sheets by today, I think. Yeah. My original plan is to talk about Janov in the coming Wednesday, but once because they dropped Eddy on Monday or Tuesday, whatever. I need to do that. I need to do Eddy on Wednesday. I hope I can figure out this character like within 48 hours. I go dinner also. Fasting time. Great. We have some game tonight. Yeah, I think I will keep the stream rolling. Or maybe not. I can restart the stream anytime I want. It's not really matters, right? Let's see you guys tonight. Later, I will run the stream again. So what else? Thank you for tuning in. Yes. See you around. Okay. Bye-bye. Yeah, have a nice day. Stay hydrated and eat good, huh? See you. Bye-bye.